trying to get out of the dungeon.
Yeah, it might have taken that long. But
You'd be getting jumped at every rest.
yes. But all right. Trying with the restart to see if this fixes the issue that I was dealing with.
What was the issue?
It didn't seem like it was actually streaming to Rumble like it was supposed to.
Rumble.
No.
Or don't.
Right.
Daniel, would you like a piece of cheese?
I love cheese.
Have you not seen me been handing them stuff?
I appreciate both of you. Too good to me.
I know.
That's very good cheese.
Yeah, like I've actually been handing them crackers and stuff
That is
together.
a tomato basil Jair? Jair? I don't
That's
know
not a
how
word.
He's making words up.
G-U-Y-E-R-E.
Gruyere, something like that. All right,
cheese.
you know what? I don't know what it's doing. I am going to have to figure this out later. I apologize to anyone who is trying to
Sorry,
watch on
rumblings.
Rumble, but it is what it is.
So we can't apologize to them because they can't see us.
Well, they might watch the recording later. So, anyway, so they are in Von Barim. They managed to get in a little bit of trouble with this very strange lava golem type creature that yeah, it was painful
For
But-
someone.
yes. But they did manage to
For you.
finally
I don't recall
get
it.
past it.
Funny, it sounds like it wasn't my problem.
Did
Pretty
manage
sure I
to
went below
finally get
zero
past
for a
it
brief second there.
and make their way all the way back. Hold on. What's that? And they managed to get past it and make their way continuing on until they got to the forge. And at the forge, they found themselves looking at this massive room. So big that it was damn near impossible to see the extent of it, just due to it not being lit up enough that they really couldn't see far enough to see all of the edges. They couldn't quite see the ceiling. But what they did end up seeing is the light from the forges, which were still lit, okay, shed enough light for them to manage to make their way around it relatively easily, and to find some large double doors at the end, as well as pathways leading up along the stone walls, where it looked like built into the rock wall was residences. Many, many, many residences. They even investigated one of them and found it to be what looked like a small home that could have possibly housed one or maybe a couple dwarves in it. But they decided, hey, we're going to try to go through this set of double doors. And it didn't seem to want to let them. Until they managed to forge their own weapon from the Dwarven forges. At which point the doors opened on their own as they approached
Now that's a snaggle.
with the sword that they had made. As they
That's
entered
right.
into
He
this
has a
area.
sword.
as they entered into this area, they noticed there were two doors, one to the left, one to the right. And as they opened these two doors, off to the left, it was an armory of sorts, loaded with weapons, all sorts of weapons. Over to the right was armors, all sorts of armors, all dwarven sized. They also noticed when they explored further, going to the far end, there was like a stairwell that went up to a higher level, which they followed, which brought them all the way along to a meeting point in the center where there was what appeared to be some kind of lift. Ooh, you are awesome. Some kind of-
Inspiration.
yeah, yes, actually, yes. All which brought them to some kind of lift. This lift happened to be right above the middle section of the hallway down below it, which had its own large, ornate doors, which said in Dwarven, and thanks to Gold being able to cast. It's a timer that happens when I first switch over, but That's just what it does. But that won't do that again now that we're already here. Anyway, so as I was saying, underneath there is a door that Gold was able to read across the top, said Treasury. So the Treasury, okay, is something that they attempted to open the door. Nothing seemed to be working. But they did discover it has some kind of keyhole on it, and after attempting to pick the lock, nothing happened. Hey, good timing. We're just getting into things. So yes, Leon is here.
No cheese.
Loss of cheese.
Oh, dude, it's like one of the times where a penny lands on its side.
Oh, that's so sick.
It's not like
They
laying
easy.
flat; it's standing like
Oh my
this.
Being
Yeah,
cheesy.
you have the cheese.
Okay, that's
Don't want
you
the
guys are way too cheesy. Okay,
You put yourself.
We made
You
a
can roll a
sword.
D100 for that.
I should. Yes.
We crafted a sword.
Yes, but they followed the lift up. Specifically, Bjorn,
Floor.
Tomer, and Leon followed the lift up and found themselves in a throne room.
Mm-hmm.
And this throne room was quite large and extensive, and
As
There
throne
was-
rooms are wont to be.
and there was a large throne, and sitting in that throne was the skeleton of what appeared to be probably a dwarven king, based on the remnants of clothing that still existed, as little as they were, as much as they had worn away and rotted. There was enough there, especially the crown, to give them the impression that this was the king of this place. And around his neck, a chain with a key on it.
Was he like a little skeleton? Or
Well, he's a dwarf.
And to
Well, like he could have been
clarify-
like a really big dwarf.
He's a
And
dwarf.
to clarify, I'm pretty sure Zach
He's a
and I
dwarf-sized
were
dwarf.
not upstairs with the throne room.
No, you two were not.
Also,
Wow.
unrelated, can I have 3 inspiration?
Hold on. 0, 0, and a 1. I actually rolled a 1 on percentile. That's pretty cool. Okay.
That one.
Yeah, a nat 1 on percentile.
That sounds like a Jason movie.
That means
Yeah.
Oscar's character dies immediately,
It-
right?
yeah, exactly.
Sorry, Oscar.
Rest
but-
in peace, buddy.
But all that being said, that is what you guys up there see, and behind the throne there are actually windows overlooking the forge, so you can actually see the forge through them. Down below you can see, kind of the forge is lit up, the glow from them down there,
Mhm.
and it's impressive. But that is where you guys are. Excuse me, you guys are still down below. You two are up above.
That
in the
falls to
throne
you
room.
to do stuff for a sec, because I still gotta get settled. So.
That's fine.
The key is right around his neck. How convenient! As I as I walk up to.
Straight to the point. Oh, God. No.
That's how I am, baby.
You shouldn't do that. That's
Right.
your fault.
So now here's the question:
What are you so worried about for, small warrior? He's dead already.
Would Tomer put a hand on his shoulder?
Tomer, the one who's already stolen shit,
You're right. He would have patted you on the back or slapped you on the ass. Depending.
he would have been like, I walked there right before Daniel and grabbed the key.
Bjorn, it may be wise to caution here.
Oh, that is true. That big statue did say not to steal anything, now that I remember.
You didn't say not to steal.
Don't
It said
desecrate.
do not desecrate.
I'm pretty sure robbing a skeleton king counts as desecrating.
You don't know.
I defined it in chat.
Otherworldly, godly voice that just warned me.
You don't know.
Desecration or not,
Krog, the angel.
I believe if we intend to take action, we should do it as an entire group.
How long was the elevator ride?
Maybe a minute and a half, 2 minutes.
Okay,
Well,
that's
first
not
they
bad.
got bored.
You had said 10 minutes, I would have said, screw it.
No.
Got bored. She's
Minute.
messaging
It's
you
not an
guys.
elevator, sir.
I was just thinking of that one, the one that goes like, the first time I was on, I was like, yo, this fucking elevator's still going.
Is this thing glitched or?
Slowly loading in.
Slowly floating in.
Whoa.
This is a
Is it like a,
big ass map.
are they shout-toable? Like,
No.
no?
Shout to Yell on that.
Yell on that thing. Oh wait.
Have I ever seen you do any sort of sending spell?
Yes.
Have I this
Oh,
character
that's right,
seen you
Bjorn.
do that? It's been a while, I feel like.
That's maybe like a cheat to the random one.
All right, let's
Well,
go
now
with
I
the
can
others.
That's not your problem.
Yeah, I mean,
You make a fair point, and I
Take your keyboard off and just let it
make my way back towards the elevator.
speaking of though, I would cast message if I could at Persephone. So
So
If you could, are you
I'm
saying you
asking.
can't?
I'm asking the DM because I
You
don't
can
know
try.
if it's over 120 feet or not.
you can try. It also gets blocked by things like stone. You know.
Well, what if I
Especially
said,
This is a
Six.
dwarven place.
What
It's
if
not
I
made of
said-
stone.
No,
I
not at all.
It's made of rock and stone.
stone?
Wait a minute. It's a mold.
How dare you?
Yeah, I guess
that
I
seems
can.
a little sketchy.
Oh well,
You could always just ride the elevator back down.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I'm heading
traditional
towards
means of things disgusting.
the elevator, and
That's true. Leave it up. Have him hoist it a little bit. Fly down on the Pegasus.
are you coming with me, or are you chilling up there for now, looking around?
No, I'm gonna go with you.
All right. The boss is like, all right, fucker.
Alright, I guess I'll fucking wait.
The
He comes
party
down the
decided to
elevator
split
with
up
you.
again.
We can do this elsewhere, guys.
Who are we hiding from?
You guys are stupid. They're gonna be looking for Ami guys.
The clown. I love that scene. All right, we ride the elevator back down.
Okay. Takes a couple minutes. You guys can actually see the elevator behind you here. Okay. So that's your elevator.
You don't have
Hop
to change
on
the
it.
scene because I'm literally just gonna. Go
Yeah,
back
I know,
and
I'm just-
shout
I'm
for
just-
gold and-
I just wanted to show you there
Okay.
that where it was in relation to you.
Yeah.
So
Are you guys just down there still waiting?
Yeah, we were, because I think we were waiting to see if what you guys did triggered the big door to open.
Mhm.
I think that's what we were waiting for.
Yeah, we were
I'm
wondering
pretty
if
sure
it was
that
like a
is
true
exactly
door.
what you guys were waiting.
I was like, that sounds correct.
Because that sounds like dwarven.
There's a king-looking skeleton up there with a key around his neck.
Why didn't you grab the key and come back?
The small warrior advised against it until we were grouped up.
You should know more than well about grabbing things that ends up in bad disasters.
No, I think everything I've touched has usually been pretty good.
You're the one with the kid, buddy.
I never said that was a disaster.
Well.
I believe the three of us here would.
Well,
No.
I'm the only one with the kids, so I see myself as winning.
It's alright, you already told me I'm the godfather.
This is true.
Alright, up we go.
Alright,
Okay.
let's go maybe not kill a skeleton.
Oh, you think this thing's gonna come to life?
Yeah.
Would it be called unkilling the skeleton if it was undead?
No, it would still be killing it. It's double dead.
Double killing.
All right, so can I like take the key now?
Let's go take that.
Well, actually, before you do, you can detect magic, right? You just can't dispel magic.
This has happened before, and I'm probably not able to do that.
Hold on, I'm like.
I think it's the other way around. You can dispel and you can't.
Oh yeah, no,
detect.
I definitely can dispel. I kind of
can't
just
do
ignored that for whatever
shit.
reason.
All my spells are damage spells. I don't have any useful spells outside of combat.
Yeah, you're not a
So you
utility.
get one
Let's-
Pokemoner.
Yeah, I'm just the dispeller.
She's the person with an aggron that has blizzard, thunder, heat wave, and surf.
The best status is reducing your opponent's health to 0.
Yeah, no, I.
You're not
I
wrong.
can only dispel. I can't detect.
I walk up to the skeleton and I am
Okay.
gonna motion my hand towards it.
Do a little bit of this.
Give him the rocket power secret handshake.
You fucking tickle a
There's
skeleton.
there's none there
Woogity,
because
woogity, woogity.
they've rotted away over the years.
So his ball has finally dropped.
Yes.
Where are they? Where are they?
The phantom beard.
I grab the key.
That
Okay.
should be like a
The skeleton grabs my hand.
As you grab the key, you feel a key is in your hand.
Percy goes.
You're right now holding it.
Why'd you
the
call
chain
me up
is
here
around
for
the neck.
this?
You're
and
holding the key.
thus Percy acts like the bitch he is yet again.
But you know what?
Go
I
over the
think
head
was
with the
gonna
chain
happen?
and-
Okay, you start moving
again.
the chain up over the head,
I think nothing.
and the neck kind of snaps, and the skull pops down, and the crown with it.
I pick up his crown and put it back on his. Where his
I'm going
neck
to
is.
mend the thing back together
Okay.
as to restore it to its original position.
It grows skin again. It becomes a soft thing.
I didn't know you were a life
I'm-
mage.
No, I took a magic initiate wizard.
I am
He took
going.
a hot glue gun.
Yeah. Hmm.
Sir, this is
I'm going to say, give me a sleight of hand.
a sleight of hand.
Yes.
Sir,
I'm
I'm
stealing
using magic.
I know you are.
Stealing this skull back onto the neck.
I'm not trying to be sneaky about
No,
it.
no, no. It's not about being sneaky. It's about being
dice will determine
nimble
that.
with your fingers and the magic you're using, because it's not.
All right.
Dexterity.
So could
He's
I
being nice by calling it.
convince you instead to have me do a nature check as to know the anatomy of a dwarf's neck
Sure,
instead?
go. I'll let you do a nature check, but that's
Oh,
not
yeah,
the
we
information you're
reach
gonna get from it. I'll tell you what you get from it if you're really good. It doesn't have to be real good, but
Well, I'm just trying to fuse like the neck back together, as to like.
I know.
All right, I'm just gonna roll.
Mhm.
We do.
Natural 2027.
He does.
Okay, so you realize as you go to pick up the skull, when it landed,
It turned to dust.
half of it is broken and dust. The neck, it like turned to powder. You really can't mend it because this thing is so old. It literally just about disintegrated
Anyone?
when that head fell off.
I believe I wasted a nat.
Like I said, I pick up the crown and put it back like on the little like around where the neck is and stick it
Yeah.
up.
The tiny little stub of neck bone that's still there.
Did anyone bring their credit card?
There you go, buddy.
Wait, did it swipe it down his ass? What?
No, I was just like, just kind of organize some of the powder.
Snort it?
Yeah.
High off dwarf.
Yeah, and I like
You get magical dwarf king powers by snorting his bone down.
I
That
the-
sounds suspiciously like some kind of pyramid scheme of something
That
you're
does sound
gonna
like
sell,
some necromancer bullshit.
like frickin' Amway or Mary Kay or something. You're-
All right, well we have the key. Little anticlimactic.
Like I said,
Me over here, like trying to mend dust back into bone. Anticlimactic. Sir, do you see what you've done?
Well, no
First,
harm,
you
no
walk back
foul.
to the elevator.
Okay.
I shall follow.
I'm at least going to
Like the-
restore the
the
skull
spectral,
fragments back together and then
Memory
place
of
the
statue
skull
thing.
in
Do
the
not
throat.
desecrate anything.
Okay.
I'll do what I can to
You- and-
like make up for the mistake.
And you're able to do some. You know, it's never gonna be what it was, but then again,
Statue
time has
thing across the
ravaged
bottom.
the,
fucked up,
the remains. It is what it is. It's what happens over time to, you know,
Time
to,
does not cure all
what's the word
wounds.
I'm
In fact, it makes
looking
them
for?
worse.
What's the second?
To, you know, not inanimate, I guess animate objects, you know, like, you know, flesh and bone and stuff. It's what happens over time. So it's not something that, you know, is unexpected. We'll put it that way. Anyway, so you have the key. You guys making your way back down
You're
Uh,
welcome, good sir.
to head to the door that says Treasury on it, I assume.
Perhaps.
We were actually
That's
going
right.
to try
This is a
another door.
treasure. Should we really be
Anyways, back to
taking
the
this?
prediction. Who's gonna bamboozle us with making think we're gonna fight a reanimated skeleton king? But instead, my original prediction was right. There's gonna be a dragon in the treasury.
But what if it's a reanimated skeleton king dragon?
Then we're stupid fucked.
A lich dragon.
A Draco Lich? Oh, I would hate to fight a Draco Lich.
You just close the thing back. There you go.
Wait, we see a dragon skeleton. Is there an alternate path?
So
Teleport it is.
That'll be enough for
you
that.
are now standing in front of the Treasury door.
I
What are
try
you
the
doing?
key.
Okay. As
Even
you,
if we don't take anything, I still want to see what's in here.
as you insert the key into the keyhole, a faint glow issues around the keyhole and then around the frame of the door and down the middle through the seam between the two halves of this double door. It glows for a brief second, and then you hear a and the doors swing open out from you. as you get in there, you now come through the double doors into this massive chamber.
Holy shit.
I got money.
Holy come.
And there's no walls on one side, but that's just so we can see things.
There's also no dragons. Yet.
So,
Oh boy.
It's like a sandworm, but it's with
What's
gold.
wrong?
It just.
He's got a map for this. We're fucked.
He just wanted to show us how much gold there was to this game.
so you
Gold is rich. We're rich.
We're rich.
you
We're
you
rich.
now have entered into this space, which is absolutely massive. And just to give you an idea, let's see this.
Also,
one here.
refresh me. Did it seem like this was like also the exit, or was this just a
Potentially.
treasury? That'd be kind of silly of the dwarves to make the exit through their main storage
Yeah.
of gold.
Well, because I feel like we took a mage and we just went down this way, but like this way all exists kind of thing.
It was clear that there
We-
were
we
no other
did
exits in this
beeline it.
room,
In here,
and not in this specific gold chamber, but the one right before it. Or did we not look?
You didn't really say you looked at
Unbelievable.
anything.
What was the question?
God, we are good at D&D.
Yeah. So,
We're
you
amazing.
this is what you said
It's
you
also
did.
been a month, so I mean,
Yeah, this is what you said you did. So, you have entered into this space, and it is enormous. It's like 500 feet across, from here to the other side. So it's quite a distance. It is also very, very dark. There are some little pockets of illumination here and there.
I don't know, it's pretty
Glows
illuminated to me.
over near the treasure. There's a little bit of illumination. There are some old
How?
as you're looking around, you see some little spots of illumination in different areas. Like for
So it's
example,
not bright and sunny.
no. For
Just a big
example,
hole in the ceiling.
Mhm.
Oh, that's where the dragon
for example,
comes
like
in.
right over here, okay, and there's little spots of illumination. They look like torches, but since there are some close enough to you, I will give any of you who have the ability to do an Arcana check. You can.
that won't be me.
I can't.
I know
Leon.
Leon can because he's
I
half
can't.
proficient.
I
but
don't want to.
That's
Leon's
fine.
the only one who can.
I'm Mr. Bare
It's
Minimum.
light. That's all that matters.
And I rolled
Jump
a
for it.
16.
Perfect. You think you've heard of things like this before? Ever burning torches?
Ah. Yes, this sounds like something I've heard of before. Ever burning torches.
So,
As we walk in, by the way, before we get too much further, I'm going to like look across. I don't see anything moving, correct? Yet, obviously,
you have to wait till I'm done shooting.
You see
Um,
a giant reptilian
like
beast.
the slightly see-through bright orange like stomach inhaling against the fire breath.
so, the things that you do notice before a perception. This is just based on passive perceptions. Basically, everyone notices these things. You notice the spots of light, which Leon has let you
Yeah.
know seem to be ever burning torches. Which this has several in them. There are some over by the treasure. There are some along the walls. This whole place looks like a combination of treasury room and mine. As you
They're
see,
dwarves. It's not
as
You
you
don't have
see-
to go very far. Just mine it right on the rock.
they do.
Throw it to the side.
Exactly, but they also have it also can be for transport of stuff, throughout, because you see
I see the tracks. Yeah.
exactly, you see like minecart tracks and carts that obviously look like, for moving stuff around in here. That's one thing you notice. Another thing you notice is all the way on the far end over here, way up high,
Oh.
through here, there is a shaft of light, sunlight coming through here,
Yeah.
and essentially it is coming down from this spot, kind of at an angle like this, all the way down in here is where
A measly
where it is.
400 feet.
so
It's
it's
kind
like
of
a shaft of light kind of coming through a hole up there. So you have that light, which provides a little bit of sunlight, and then the torches. But everywhere else is dark. It is in shadow. It is, in fact, very dark.
I'm about to fuck this over because as Bjorn walks into this room, he shouts, "This is incredible! Think of all the drinks this could buy." Echoes.
Yeah. So it is quite large space, and it does indeed echo. I need everyone to make perception checks.
Rumbling.
I'm not good at those.
I'm great at those.
Oh.
I'm gonna give my normal dice a chance.
I don't know if I wasted my nat 20 here, but 29.
Oh, you've got 2 nat 20s in a row then.
I know.
21.
18.
Jen, you go, I'm
Okay.
not good at those. Oh, I rolled good. And I go, I'm great at those. And I rolled a natural 1. But that is a total of 12. So,
Okay.
21.
So 21, 12,
20. Yeah, 21.
21, 12,
29.
29,
18.
18.
Nat 20, by the way.
Okay. So, Mr. 21 and 29. You,
Can you
Bjorn.
hear the seagulls from like Nickelodeon?
Yeah, I know. Like, what the hell? You, Bjorn,
I
You-
just
you
can't get
notice-
the SpongeBob intro in my head now.
it looks like one of the, a little bit of the light from all the way across on the other side. It's like it kind of blinks out for a second.
Like something goes in front of it.
You're
Oh,
not exactly
no.
sure. It's like the light goes away for a second and then it's back.
Something came
the
in.
light just had to.
You,
clear
Mr.
side.
29,
It blinked.
you notice movement. It looks
What do you mean it blinked?
it looks like a shadow. It just there's a shadow movement way across on the other side of the room.
All right. Who wants to come with me?
Yeah, Bjorn is like throws up his arm when he sees the shadow move after he says that. And I assume Gold says like shows that he saw something as well. Do you point at anything?
But yeah, so I was pointing up. Not that you're asking me. Pointing up to the door light
Mhm.
thing, asking who wanted to go over there with me. It's like,
Yeah, as you're walking forward, I like stop you
Oh,
and
no, I'm not walking.
okay.
Jason, I would like to go ahead and just like track its movement with my finger and just kind of like direct them like where it's headed.
Okay. With that, you can see it. It just kind of it moves around a little bit. Yeah, and don't hit the red button. That is correct, Swamp Panda. You know, if Poe was here,
I may
hint,
just hit the
hint,
red
nudge,
button.
nudge, wink, wink. No,
There's a podium with a bag of jewels on it.
it.
Oh, sweet!
No. There you go. You got it.
Everything turns to lava.
But as it just it's
Maybe
way
it wants
across,
some fish.
it's way across the room, and it doesn't look like it's really moving too much, other than just over in that area.
Does it maybe? You said it's just like looks like a shadow, right?
As far as you can tell, it looks like a shadow.
I guess we are 1,000 feet away. So,
No, 500.
500, close enough.
oh, my bad.
Still, that's a long ways off.
I pull my axe out.
That is practically getting close to 2 football fields in length that you're trying to see something. Plus, there is these giant pillars in here. It is dark. Makes it very difficult.
Let's keep the elements of surprise if we still have it.
I already shouted across this room.
Yeah.
True.
Who wants to come with me for that? And I point to the fucking hole with the lights tunnel.
We all want to go there.
Okay, but I can just
Something just
move us
moved
over there. Who wants to get there real fucking fast?
Can't you both do this?
You all aren't at least a little bit curious about what else is in this room?
I know for the life of me, I'm curious.
If you want to get yourself killed, have at. But
I would like to see them try. Jason's like, say less, fam.
If we're not all leaving, then none. As far as I'm concerned, I'm not leaving alone. So chill with these two.
How many people can we bring at a time with your spell?
I can bring one. That's why I asked who wanted to come with me.
I do have my axe out, but I'm going to start walking across the room. I'm going to take
Your
a look
horse
around.
can figure the fuck out.
Can it?
Yes, it can fly.
Catch that, Jason?
Yes.
Yeah, you've got your axe out and you're
And
starting to walk.
I'm starting to kind of walk off towards one
Are
of the
the,
sides.
are the rest of you also
No.
moving? No?
Yes. I'm going to actually. Am I able to get onto like the minecart tracks
I mean, you'd have
Just
to,
fucking
you'd have to
little
climb up
500
there.
dig around.
and just use that as like a point of elevation to move around from?
You could.
Okay, I'm gonna plan to do that.
Which specific tracks are you wanting to get to?
The one on the right that gives me more.
So like
options.
way up there.
Well, so I imagine we're pretty zoomed in here.
Yeah. So to get up there, you guys are down here.
Yeah.
To get up there, you would have to climb up this section here,
Yeah.
get up to here just to get up there.
Or
Here, you could actually just
Can I
climb
just-
up here, which is actually kind of a slope,
yeah, this
and
is
get
what
on this one, and then go around that
Yeah,
one.
this is what I was imagining.
Wait, don't we have a flying fucking horse? you
could do that.
Don't you have to waste your spell slot?
Oh, he was just walking.
I'm
just
just spell
ferry people
slotting,
up
I'm
there.
just walking.
No, I'm just telling that to her. We don't have to waste any spell slot. You can just ferry people up.
But yeah, I plan to do that and just get like a point of elevation so I can see further into the room.
As I see you go the opposite direction, I just say, "Watch your back, Gold." That wasn't a threat from me to you. That was just me.
I imagine you explain all of that after
I'm not
saying
threatening you.
it. Bjorn, I know, you're fine.
All right, I'm
watching your back. Let's go.
I'm gonna get on.
I'm walking. Yep, go.
I'm gonna get on Cassiopeia and trail behind Gold.
I'm staying right the fuck here.
Okay.
Okay, so
If
you
like as we walk into the room,
So
I'm
you are
walking,
walking-
like forward, left.
so you are
Left.
forward and left.
Yeah.
So you're going this way.
Yes.
Okay. Who else is doing what specifically?
On the horsey, following him.
I am
Okay.
I am him.
fat.
I'm him. So
I am
So
going.
are you gonna?
D&D
Climb up?
just came back.
Okay.
100% Himalayan.
So you come around this way and begin climbing up this slope to get up
Whoa! Thanks for the
onto.
subscription, Swamp Panda.
Yeah.
Dude, Swamp Panda.
To get up
what?
onto this track. You are doing the whole fly thing with Cassiopeia to get up there as well.
Yep.
So I'm just putting you up there. Persephone, what
I'm
are
gonna like move to the corner a bit so I'm not like right in the open.
you, like
but
right this way?
no,
This way.
back closer to the door. Like
Close-
I'm not moving.
So you're moving back towards the door.
I was just like where that little like purpley trail situation ends in the corner. Like
Like right over.
sure, that's
Like
good.
over here.
Yeah, like right there.
Okay.
I was gonna
You're
kind of chill in the corner.
Okay, so you're just fat
Oh,
chilling.
my
over
homies
there.
hate Overraptor.
Overraptor, what? You bought DM advantage? What's wrong with you?
Ah, yes. Okay. So that does bring up this.
You'll love to see it.
Honestly, with us anticipating a dragon fight, you do love to see it.
Oh,
If there's not a
I feel
dragon,
like it's
I'm
not
gonna
a
be so
dragon.
pissed.
I'm pretty sure this is not like something small moved across. Oh wait,
Could be
unless it was flying from the outside.
That was its tail. That's
Oh
what I imagine.
no!
No, you know how tiny a shadow looks when you're real far away.
I'm saying if it
You ever
passed
on a plane
outside
and you look down?
okay. All right.
I
It's
just,
super
I just imagine it's a dragon.
Okay.
There's
good
no
to
way
know.
it's not right.
All right. So
Could be like a guy named
you're
Fred.
willing it into existence.
so you guys are moving along.
You
Currently
want to
up
slay a
there.
dragon. Come on.
Currently
We got you
up
boots for
on the
Dragon Slayer does have a nice ring to it.
currently up on the track to
Yes.
get a little bit higher view of things.
And I like to hide for what it's worth.
You like to hide? Roll me a stealth check.
But you said you saw something moving on the inside.
I saw, and he gestured his hand.
17.
Do this.
It
You're a
was,
worm.
what was your perception?
It was stealth,
So
Stealth.
and it's
I mean,
17. you
dragons are
said, right?
pet-like.
Okay.
Let's be real.
So you're stealthing. You guys are just moving along.
Yep.
Okay.
You know what? I'll roll for stealth too, so I'm not just.
Oh,
About you, Leon?
and I shall do so as well, and so shall
You hear the clanking of metal
Cassiopeia.
coins beneath my feet as I
So no.
walk forward the axe out.
So no stealth on your end. Okay.
Okay, so 33 for Leon.
Okay.
Only a
and
21 for gold.
33 for Leon.
Okay.
And
Leon, hold on. You
Sneaky.
disappear from the plane of existence.
Cassiopeia got a 5.
Okay.
Yay!
All right,
You're on her, so now you have a
Clomp, 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 clomp. Hooves.
They don't do draft anymore, so I'm curious about what.
Sneaky, sneaky, sneak. Yes, you are correct. So
Who is that riderless horse?
As you are
got
moving
super
along,
high. She got
where are you heading to? Like, what is your target here of where you're going to get to? Bjorn, where are you heading to?
I'm just walking out into the room, seeing what there is to see. Let me know if I see anything interesting.
Okay. I'll say
I'm not
You
walking like super fast.
No,
I'm
no,
keeping my wits about me,
Right, but
looking around.
I'm going to say
constantly.
you have to get out to here.
Yes.
When you get out there, I'll let you
I
do a
imagine
perception
myself
check.
around where the pillar was, like at that distance forward.
Yeah, you're right here.
Yeah, that'll work.
So if you can now roll a perception check. While you have
I
been
love
moving up
perceiving.
there, Gold, where are you moving to?
So I plan to continue along the track and make my way towards the large stone wall, and I plan to scale that further on.
Oh, hold on. I
You're
grabbed the
getting
wrong
so far
gold.
away from me. I'm gonna get fucking
I
killed.
grabbed the
22, by the way.
older one. I want the new one. There we go.
Look to my
Okay.
not elf eyes.
Sorry, so say that again.
22.
You're going along
Okay,
Yeah.
I see.
and you're following along the
Oh,
track.
Yes,
the
so
track.
I'm following the track along, and I plan to eventually, when I make my way towards the end of the track, leap and scale the stone wall along the right side.
So you're gonna move all along the track and follow it as it curves around
Yes.
and go towards there.
Yeah, until I make it to the bend, then I want to make a general perception check again.
Okay, so you're gonna get up to there and then do
Is it
perception.
like deafeningly quiet in here? Besides the sound of me stepping on these coins.
It has general cave sounds, so like maybe a little bit of wind, a little bit of like air movement.
Oh, are there coins everywhere?
There are, but just too much to do.
Oh, I thought that was
I mean,
gold.
that's what
like
that is.
all gold that was around.
Yeah, I mean that. Yes.
Gold coins, yeah.
Yes, it's
Okay.
just. But I'm saying
Yeah,
it's
no, you're
it's
good.
too much to do. Put them all on this
Yeah.
map. That would just
Why
be
didn't
insane.
you render every single coin? Jason?
Because I did not make this map from. I did not make this map. This was actually designed by.
Just imagine all the yellow
hold
as
on.
a pile of 500.
This
should
was
be
actually
costing
designed and
59
created
to
by
build.
Tool Bear, who built this and put it on
Bear?
on Tails Tavern. And I copied that over from here. I made a couple minor adjustments to it, but for the most part, it is Tool Bear's original creation. So
Very
thank you,
cool.
Tool Bear, for your amazing map.
Bears are
All right,
cool
what
guy.
about you, Leon? Where are
Or
you heading?
Whatever.
Just following him.
You're just following him. So do. You guys are moving.
I think I was like,
along.
and Cassie was like, clomp, clomp, clomp.
Okay, so you're moving along, and Perception, you just staying
I'm
where you're at.
chilling until I see a need to no
You need to
longer
get like
chill.
coconuts
Okay.
that you can like clap together for like the sound
So-
effect.
You had a 22 Perception check.
Thank you, Bear
What did you
Man.
get? Gold.
I have not yet rolled for the corner. Let me go ahead and do so. Sorry.
And Leon, you can also roll Perception since you're up there too with
You poor
gold.
baby.
That's my third nat 20, 29.
Bro,
16.
I'm
load
going to
dice.
jail.
Okay.
Did
I'm
you
going
ever
to go to jail.
tell me what my perception saw?
Not yet.
All right.
Roscoe.
So, all right. Let's see here.
Daniel, why didn't you give me a spoon?
Because they're very expensive.
Uh,
I can bring you one next time if you're here.
Okay. Interesting.
Lord knows I owe you
All
all.
right. So,
The least I can do is get y'all smooth.
Smoothie.
Zach won't drink them.
Correct. I am
Zach
very,
won't
very,
drink
very
'em.
picky and allergic to banana, which is half of smoothies.
Not the ones I get.
Do you
Yours
like-
have ice cream. They're
do
hardly
you
smoothies.
like banana
Mine has
colada?
sherbet, actually.
Is sherbet not ice cream?
No.
Okay. Now,
Just no dairy.
Yeah.
you both of you, and what did you get for Perception?
16.
Okay. Both of you, yet again, you see some movement over there that looks like shadow. Being that you're a little closer,
And
You
from an
start to
elevated
get-
position.
you start to get a little more detail.
Is this
It
just
looks
gold or is
big.
this me as well?
There's no fucking way this isn't a dragon, boys. There's no fucking.
Am I seeing this as well or is this just gold?
No, you
When
see
they pointed earlier, where was the shadow located? Like outside of this room or in this room?
down here.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
I thought you said it was around the window.
No,
Oh wait, there's a huge break in the wall.
no,
Oh, okay.
that's just
Rendering.
No, just not built wall so that we can actually see and hear a lot easier instead of having to be a top-down view to look over the
see.
wall.
If he had the wall closed, it'd be dark.
Okay.
Makes it easier to see shit. Which is why I'm glad that
I was like-
Tool Bear made it the way that because this
Smart
works out
man.
great. So, but that's where you see it down there near the treasure. But this room is completely enclosed. This is a giant fucking cave, basically.
I see that the animal instincts start to kick in a little bit. This looks like a huge fucking beast of sorts, correct?
Something
Yeah.
big.
The hair stands up on his arms a little bit. He goes, I examine it closely. Does it seem to be moving? Does it seem to be sleeping?
You see movement.
Fuck. At
Well,
least that's what I would say if I were a coward.
are they all within like 30 feet of me at this point?
Everyone but me, probably.
Yeah, everyone except Persephone. Bjorn might be outside of that. Just because
Outside of what?
My
at 30 feet. Nope, just within it.
Before you run off too far, I'm gonna take like a rock that's probably on this track from
You're a
use,
maniac.
and I'm gonna throw it at you.
Chuck.
It misses slightly. It hits a glass vase.
Roll an attack roll. Another nat 20.
Yeah.
4 and
You hit him with a
That's
rock.
cheating.
You clearly.
That's Oscar dice.
Now roll 1d4. Double it.
Why are you throwing a fucking rock at him?
8.
You take 8 points of
Why?
damage from a rock.
He crit you with a rock. Why you threw a rock at you with no idea?
Bro.
If you hadn't crit, you wouldn't have done that much kind of damage.
I Yu Yu Hakusho throw a rock in the back of your head.
Yeah, Bjorn's pretty pissed about that. What the fuck was that about, Gold?
Pet rock. Oh.
I think we're up against it.
I pick up the rock and I throw it back at him.
Oh,
Percy messages Leon.
it's gonna be
Why are they throwing rocks
plus
at each
dex.
other?
It'll be so
Plus
real.
deck.
yeah, plus your dex modifier. 'cause
That's
it's a
fine. I
ranged
kind of hope I
attack.
don't hit him because he's much frailer than I am. But I'm still going to do it.
Mhm.
He just throws it angrily. Is it just a dex?
You've got Tavern Brawler too, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you do. So then you actually add proficiency.
Dex or strength for him?
Dex. It's a ranged attack.
Okay.
Well, it's a thrown weapon, which either allows you to use strength.
It's a
or-
rock. I'm saying dex.
Let's say javelins can use strength.
Yeah, but this is not a fucking javelin. It's a rock.
He picks up a
Deal with it.
hulking mass of coins.
Fucking
and
deal
throws
with it.
instead.
I got to figure out what my proficiency is.
Should be right at the top of your
Why am
sheet.
I
man.
rolling
It's
so
probably
high?
like a 3.
It's
some
no
crackhead
at
bullshit.
level 13. You should be a 4.
At least.
Should be a 4. Once this loads, I'll be able to tell
Proficiency
you.
bonus is +5.
Oh, plus 5. That's right. Oh, yeah, you guys are.
So did
Good
you
job,
hit
man.
a 16?
I'm just gonna roll it. Well, I guess I won't roll a d20. There it is. I got a 6 on the die, 11, 13, 14.
Not quite.
He
Fucking
throws it angrily back at you like.
It flies over.
Yeah, but did you
It
reckless?
lands. And
I did say reckless, but he said it's a dex attack. A
Well,
reckless
doesn't-
is only for strength based.
it
Ah.
hits, and you hear, as it hits and lands, a bunch of other rocks making noise.
In fact, Bjorn shouts, "Watch it!"
Like a Mel Brooks stream.
So it may be dark, but you see my face get red as I just
Maybe you should have fucking pegged me with a
I
rock in the
didn't
back of the
fucking
head.
mean to.
No, you actively did. You threw the rock at him.
I didn't mean to. Bjorn, if this is a fucking dragon and it wants to kill us, we need to.
It sure would have been nice to have all of my fucking health there.
I'm sorry, I hit you with a fucking rock. I needed your attention.
So,
At this point, I'm now yelling because we're
Yes.
getting in a pissy fit right
yep.
here.
And as that happens, when you stop yelling for a second after kind of calm down, you now hear a voice that seems to echo as if it's coming from everywhere in this cabin. And it says, "What are you doing in my home?"
what language?
Draconic.
I don't understand that.
I'm
Yo.
going to yell back in Draconic, just trying to leave and not disturb you.
You're not doing a very good
Going
fucking
so
job
fucking
at that.
great for you right now.
We're getting in a little bit of a tissy. I'm sorry.
That sorry didn't sound right.
Sorry, this is my fault.
Bro, how do I know where my
Roll.
I found him?
Persuasion.
Bro,
Oh,
I don't
fucking
speak
Christ.
Draconic.
I'm going to shift.
Okay.
Rock mad.
Grr.
Is that persuasion?
Yes, persuasion.
I'm going to take 18 temporary.
Why am I not seeing that on my character sheet?
It's right on the
I see
sheet.
perception performance.
Yeah, and persuasion should be right below that.
It's religion.
Not,
My first 3
I don't
rounds of
have
combat
persuasion
are
on
all
my
it's
by
character
actually
sheet.
not
Bullshit.
there. No, it's legit not there on his
I'm
screen.
looking at it right now. It's a
On
minus
his
one.
screen, it's not here.
Well, I'm looking at perception, performance, persuasion, then religion.
Perception, performance,
And it's a
religion.
minus one.
That's weird.
That's
it's not
fine,
there.
but yes, it's not on my character sheet.
That's very
Persuasion.
weird.
Because
Up
you don't
here.
deserve
What?
it.
Why the fuck is it?
I
Oh,
don't
you know what? Hold on, it's got a little pen. There we go.
Oh,
There we
That's
go.
my
It was all the way at the top left.
For some
What?
reason.
are you doing?
In my swamp.
-1, 13.
Okay. All right. So that would.
Roll
end-
for initiative. Anyways, we're fighting a dragon now.
So you say that, and then you all hear what sounds like. As footsteps kind of coming through, slamming into coins, making that jingle sound as it's a boom
Small.
with coins kind of spilling over.
Skedaddle.
Everyone can do perception checks. Perception, because of how far back you are, I'm going to have you roll at disadvantage.
Persuasion-y.
fair.
I didn't roll on that 20 this time, guys.
16.
That's a 10.
Actually, 23.
Okay.
I only got
26.
one.
Yippee.
So we have a 23, a 26, a 10, and
16.
16.
17 plus 9, baby.
Moving through the piles of gold.
That looks worse than a dragon.
You
That is
see,
bipedal.
you see this almost void black shape. It is so dark black
Dragon.
that it blends into the shadows. Off of its body, it almost seems to actually have this aura of wisps of energy kind of floating off it, almost like shadows of
That's so
mist
much bigger than
themselves
us.
coming off of it.
No.
That thing is gargantuan, yeah.
And it stops right about there and looks at you. It says, "You're in my home. I don't like intruders."
We're actually just leaving.
We are here entirely by accident. We were teleported into the mouth of the volcano. Is it trying to like read through my thoughts and see if I'm bullshitting him or not?
You're not wrong, though.
I mean, everything you said was honest.
That doesn't matter. You're here now.
That we are. You see,
Why should I not devour you? It's been a while since my last meal.
You can try.
do you say that?
I rage and I run at this fucker.
Door.
Okay. Okay. That's what you're doing?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
imagine
And
the
someone
dragon
like
sees
a
you
fucking
rage.
barbarian.
It takes him like 3 fucking minutes to get over.
Comically oversized fly swatter.
Okay. So as you begin to run at it,
I start taking slow steps as I say that.
okay, so you're just taking slow steps. So you're just moving.
At first, as I'm starting that little bit of dialogue, and it's going to turn into a sprint.
Okay, so you're
It's a
starting.
dramatic run.
Yeah.
In case you want any interaction to happen before I.
Well, so you're starting to move towards it, and as you start to move towards it,
In all honesty, it's a ploy to close some distance before before he
Yeah.
takes a defensive
as,
stance.
as you start to move towards it,
Mind you, we're down a party member too.
Yeah. it
I mean, we could.
The one with the
someone
loaded
just look at
dice.
his shit.
It's-
Oh yeah,
it's
let's hit
wings-
tonight.
its wings flap and it picks itself up into the air, and,
So it's like that.
and hovers then, and just glares at you. It says, "I think the first snack is being offered." Yes.
Can you
Dimension.
you can message things on this plane if I give you a description, right? I say to Leon.
Like with sending?
Yeah.
You've known that
Yeah.
that's how that's worked, yeah.
Does it work on non-humanoids?
If you have a good enough description, maybe.
I have a good enough description of a sapphire dragon.
Bjorn is going to say, "I've never eaten dragon before." Seems like a good day to start.
I'm gonna be so real. I'd rather not spend an action and a spell slot on sending right now.
You know, that's your opinion and you're entitled to it.
There's like an entire thing going on right now.
I know what he wants to do with it.
There is no guarantee that a dragon from how many thousands of light years away on the planet you.
I would also like to remind you that the ring of jumping I've been
I know
re-upping
it lives on this.
whatever
That's
it was.
fine.
All right, I'm just letting you know.
The
That's
issue
fine.
is we're gonna die.
I almost forgot I had
It
it.
lives on this continent.
So-
That's like if I phone call my relatives in Minnesota, like, hey, can you come to the gas station for me today
So
in Florida?
before you dimension door, you're just about to. Okay. As he kind of lifts himself up in the air when you're stepping forward, he then swoops forward and lands right here in front of you, and his wings go like this.
And that's when the rage,
Hold on.
because I remember I had said I rage.
See,
I
I
know.
said dimension door
Draconic.
twice before he
This
did
is- this is like a-
too.
This is all kind of cutscene. if
Oh
you
yeah,
will.
no,
I'm
it's
sure
Well, that's why I'm saying it,
as
like in the
soon
middle of
as
this.
the
'cause
fucking barbarian did it stupid.
I know, but
said
it's all
no,
it's,
thank
this is
you.
all kind of cutscene. You still get to do your thing.
I think this is a
don't want to
cool.
get hit by the arrow.
'Cause this thing
Oh, no,
seems-
you're-
I think that
You're out of
it would
range.
just be
I think that this is a cool cutscene, which is why
Pretty
I'm
much.
saying that I will start my rage, then the lightning will start.
Mhm.
You said I was friend. It owes me a favor.
So
fucking stupid favorite.
as it does this, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Dex
It'd
save,
be like,
not a strength.
you should
No,
Kasathakis.
this is a
That
dex
red
save.
dragon. No, I'm not coming.
Nah, y'all are on your own.
You're on your fucking own. That is suicide.
First one is a natural 20. I won't even fish for the crit because I already got
What's your total?
23.
Okay,
You
so
are-
Why did you even have me roll?
I didn't know what your bonus was, but So you take- you take 18 points of bludgeoning damage and you're knocked prone.
Please.
And he settles down.
So 9.
Yeah, you were raging, so yep, 9. It's reduced to half. And
I'd like to laugh at this.
okay, as all that happens, he kind of leans his head down towards you now on the ground and says, and then looks at the rest of you as well. Says, "You have entered Mitrax's home. Now, I shall decide if one or all of you become a meal.
And-
You look promising."
I'm back up. I'm running at him.
To clarify, you said he's speaking in Draconic, so the only one who understands
Yeah,
any of this is
It's
Dwarf. It's going. "Arr."
Exactly.
This guy kind of seems like a dick. I think we should kill him.
And
I don't know what the fuck
here,
you just
now
said.
my question for you, Gold.
Yeah.
Are you sharing this information of what he's been saying to him.
No, I think this is way fucking funny.
I know, but I'm just.
Bjorn starts.
But it's important to know. Are you sure they were not?
He's just doing like a
Definitely
translator
were
thing,
not.
like rah rah rah. And then he went rah 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 to the store to buy some pineapples. Rah, 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 rah.
So I am going to say something, but it's not going to be a direct
You
translation.
can translate. Go. Oh, he
Okay.
mad.
I'm going to go ahead and tell Bjorn specifically
Is this still like cut screen?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay,
that
cutscene.
what did the dragon say his name was?
Mitrax.
Mitrax.
Mitchell.
Bjorn. Mitrax says you aren't worth it. He's gonna let you go. He's gonna kill the rest of us instead.
That's the greatest dishonor
Man.
I've ever heard in my entire life.
Roll history.
Okay. This is the dragon responsible for the extinction of the Keplings. What are the
What?
the weird looking elf things that you told me about? What with the K?
What are you talking
That's
about?
hip people.
No.
I have no idea what you're talking about
I
right now.
have no idea.
Kinder? Are they called Kinder?
No,
Kender?
there's no
Uh,
Kender.
Kender?
Exactly.
The
Kender,
key-
yeah. No, the Ken. No, the
Keebler.
They
Kender.
make the cookies.
This guy's
They're not elf. They're like halfling.
Okay.
elves.
They're
They make their
This
cookies.
is the guy. He's the reason
This
that they
is
don't
some
exist
messed
in
up
this
lore.
world.
He's the reason they
I
can't make
killed the
cookies
Keebler.
anymore. He
Keeblers.
got
That's an
hungry.
8.
Okay.
Can I have like advantage or something?
No.
Yes, nicely.
Oh, I'll allow.
For the Keebler elf.
That's a 12.
Okay.
Whoa.
That's above a 10.
You've actually heard this name because
That's not
this name has legends about it.
Mhm.
The name Mitrax. It's Mitrax, the darkness, devourer of dwarves, lord of night.
None of us are
Seems
dwarves.
It is a-
And it's very clearly the
past
daytime.
It is a
them. They
shadow
didn't like
dragon.
him.
Okay, I figured. Do we know how old it is?
Actually, it is what's called a red shadow dragon.
He looks
He is
not red.
ancient.
Ancient.
This thing and the reason you've heard the name, you don't know all of the legends. You're not super in on it, but you do know that this thing, if you've heard of this name, it has probably earned that. It has gotten who knows what kind of death and destruction it has caused, but enough that it has earned these names. And fighting it might not be the best idea.
So, if we're still in cutscene, Bjorn, I really don't think that this is the best idea. Trust me, you are not the kind of fighter that can take him on.
You insult me. And you already said your thing where you said the dragon said you're not worth it.
Yeah, I'm trying to egg you on. It's just fucking so counterproductive, but it's hilarious.
I'm gonna be honest, your guys' argument is not doing it. Especially after what Gold said. You have successfully goaded me.
Mitrax was his name, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mitchell.
Mitchell. Hey, Mitchell.
I'll say in Draconic, Mitrax. Without one's life, what would be a worthy sacrifice for us to leave through that hole today?
We could just run away.
I know, I'm trying to buy us time. Figure it the fuck out.
I figured it out. I don't know
You
how to-
are offering tribute. Interesting.
Tribute in place of
course.
one's life.
It makes sense. Why would you not honor me?
I mean, all have heard the name Mitrax. Once you said your name, I mean, I almost couldn't believe it was you.
Roll persuasion at advantage.
There we go. We're playing to the ego of the dragon. Let's go. Come on, please roll better. 13.
It's a battle against time as Bjorn is getting ready to throw a javelin.
Dink. Gold clattering sounds.
Are you attempting to stand back up?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
I would have stood back up the second that
Okay.
I got knocked down. There'd be no way that
Do you still want a dimension door?
Yes.
Where do you
I'm
want a
staying
dimension
on the
door to?
ground.
The fucking exit.
Okay, so this is happening for you because you've been holding on that. So distance-wise,
500 feet that way.
Yep,
If it's
I-
not the whole exit, that's
It is
close
not.
enough. Yeah, the closest I can physically get
that's
to the
what I'm
exit.
trying to determine.
I was so hyped that I got that nat 20 on that deck save too. I thought I was gonna keep standing in the face of this stupid lizard. It's like finally I get to feel badass in a cinematic. No, you fail. Oh,
Failed successfully.
why would that not be a strength save?
Because
I wasn't trying to dodge the wind.
Alright, yeah. Oh, jeez.
Would you like some wine, Logan? Get a glass. Drink this
All
Russian
right, so
River
the
Valley.
I
closest,
love drinking Russians.
the closest you're gonna get is
There are glasses here. you don't
actually
have to leave the
up
room.
there. Or actually, you could get.
Are you
You
actually
could get
dipping
to
out
there.
right now? Vanishing.
So
I'm
Have you seen her
squishy.
behavior lately?
No. I'm squishy. I am not built for melee with a dragon.
So here's the thing. That doesn't matter. We're
Why
all
the fuck
squishy
didn't you
compared to
grab a
this
wine
dragon.
glass?
Because this is Atavar on it.
No, grab a wine glass, you
Okay.
fucking mongrel. Dear Lord.
Oh my god.
so Persephone,
Now I'm being a wine
You
snob,
end
but I
up-
have to.
Every wine drinker is a wine snob.
way up over here.
That's
That's as close as you could get.
that's fine. Okay. Yeah.
Actually, no, sorry, it was this one.
Sorry,
fine.
I've gotta
Oh,
play the
fuck.
part of mongrel real quick.
Oh, damn it.
Oh,
Hold on, I'll have to get you.
Bush light.
Why?
There we go. So that's where you ended up.
All right.
Distance-wise, it's as close as you can get to it on this,
Cheers.
from one dimension door.
Indeed, it smells like raspberry.
The rest of you.
Is that just like a solid drop to my death?
This
or
is
what
actually something.
Oh
I can
yeah,
comment
if you
That's
fell
fine.
straight down,
I
that
have
would.
All over his
Featherfall.
encounter.
Yeah, if featherfall would be fine. You
Shitting on his
save yourself, no problem.
We're just
This is a
talking
very
over.
cool encounter.
I'm sorry.
I knew there was gonna be a dragon. I didn't know it'd be so soon.
But
I mean, it is Dungeons and Dragons,
Yeah.
so.
so here you all
We're
are.
finally playing it, guys. We're finally playing it.
Hey,
Dungeons
this is the second
and
dragon
Dragons.
you've encountered.
That's true.
A dragon in a dungeon.
That's
Holy
right. 'cause
shit.
we didn't count the other one in the Feywild, right?
You
All
didn't
right,
even kill him.
what's happening?
Yeah, but I didn't say that. I said
I
we
thought you
helped
said
us
you
out.
killed him in the
No,
Feywild.
encountered.
Yes, you encountered it in the Feywild.
We
We're
weren't
dragging this out like way too far.
Okay. Could be done.
Grinded
Where
a
we at?
dragon.
The
So-
Feywild was not a dungeon.
You guys are right here,
Yes.
and right now you rolled a 13, I believe you said.
On persuasion, yes, you made me roll it. Not, it was not my choice. I was simply
Houses and
talking.
Humans, very good game. All right, so you see it kind of sit back for a second. Its wings fold across its back.
Goes over here
It-
crossing his wings.
It looks down at you.
Having second thoughts, a beast.
Immediately undo.
Considered a
Roll-
compliment. He doesn't
roll-
say that to many
Roll
people.
Hold on.
perception.
I know
Or,
he
sorry,
does.
persuasion.
I know he does, but
Persuasion?
Common. Mr. Dragon. I know.
But nobody had. Well, actually, you've been yelling at him in common.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just has been ignoring him.
For now.
Oh yeah.
So roll persuasion.
What am I persuading him of?
You'll see.
You'll see when you roll.
Let's see, that is a 9 minus 1 for an 8.
Beautiful.
Nothing.
He begins laughing. And it is not pleasant. It is unsettling.
Bjorn awkwardly laughs.
Yeah.
Is it more like a chuckling then?
No, it
Attempting
is.
to laugh louder.
It is in fact frightening, and I need everybody except Persephone to roll wisdom save.
This is why I'm dimension good.
I'm just trying to back up the homies. I want to leave too.
I can
23.
back them up from a distance.
Okay.
My spells are.
Well, I can't.
It's ancient, so I'm sure I still fail. But
Got.
Yeah. What do you call this?
Oh, that's right. I took the
It's
thing.
called what?
That's way better.
And what is this? Perhaps what is this? Okay, Leon got an 8,
23.
and Cassiopeia got
23 brothers.
an 18.
Okay.
Would
I
you roll
got
on the
plus
dice?
8.
So
15.
Way better than me.
I know. My last.
you two, you feel a little uneasy from this laugh, but that's it. You and Cassiopeia are frightened. You're scared of this fucker right now. But you two realize he's not trying to frighten you. It is just he's actually laughing at what you said. And then he says in common, interesting. You have bravado.
Gold, what does that mean?
A fool in
He
the
says
face
you've
of
got
certain
balls
doom.
of iron.
You're goddamn right, dragon.
A fool in the face of certain doom.
He certainly is a fool. I bet he
Interesting.
doesn't know your name.
No, obviously not.
You just fucking told me.
I still
Even in
want
other
to
languages, a
know
name is a name.
what tribute you offer.
You want to play rock paper scissors?
Is he now speaking in common?
Yes.
Gold, what is he talking about?
I have made an offer of providing tribute rather than sacrificing one of our lives.
One.
For being here is certain death.
Bjorn looks very confused.
One of us is.
Are you making it clear that you're trying to push a scheme, or are you just... This is out of left field for Bjorn.
Oh, no, I'm dead serious. I'm willing to give up, like, one of my legendary items for us to leave here alive.
I could give
Bjorn
you a
has
hug.
taken this in for a second.
You want a hug?
Has the dragon ever felt love? Dear Lord, asking the
Except-
shadow
are-
red dragon.
Are you saying that?
The red shadow dragon.
Look,
The tail comes down. Boom.
I'm goofy. I'm not stupid. I don't think that love registers as a concept for a shadow red dragon.
So
Bring it in, brother.
I'll say
So nice.
to our red shadow dragon friend, I'm willing to offer you my most prized possession in place of our life today. I did not know I was going to come across your dwelling when we were teleported into this volcano, but to leave here today would be far worth it, and I'll extend my Iron Widow bow.
Okay. So what happens is
Prized possession.
he literally steps right over you.
Oh, hi.
Like you're literally like just under his balls here, and he walks over
They were-
and he puts his two
He glazes you.
his two front claws on either side of the track, on either side of you. You are shitting your pants.
yeah.
Cassiopeia, literally roll another
The
wisdom
dragon
save
balls.
to see if she.
We found them.
6.
Okay, she flips out and like backs away and flies up.
Oh, I'm not
Back
lying.
away.
I thought you were gonna have her disappear.
No,
because,
no,
like, she's not from this world or whatever.
No, but
Nope, out so hard.
no, she like flies up.
Cassiopeia just leaves.
She flies up here to get away because she is shitting her pants. So, and you were riding her.
Mhm.
So yeah, so you also you're like, whoa, girl. And the only reason she doesn't leave is because you're in control of her reins. You're still scared shitless, but
Yeah.
but other you managed to keep her from bolting completely.
Yeah.
I'll say then to the dragon as I extend the bow on one knee,
Okay.
I'm sure this compares to nothing in your hoard, but please accept my humble tribute.
His face comes down to your level. His head is bigger than you. It's
I'm sure it's like
intimidating as
magnitude
fuck to see something that literally could just go, oh, and you're done. Be right there. And he kind of turns and looks at it with one of his eyes. You see the
The
eye.
secondary pupil open,
Yeah, you see the eye
or the secondary
for a
lid.
second. It kind of glows. And it's like shimmers. And it looks and says, I accept. And his head moves back, and one of his claws comes down and just kind of loops into the bow between the string and the wood, just the tip of it, picks it up, And he begins to walk back the other way with it. And as he's walking back this way,
I'd like to
walk
know.
this way. You can go ahead and roll it. As he's walking back this way, you hear his voice. As he's moving further away from you, it's almost as if his body disappears into the shadows. He's just moving away, and it's like he's blending in so well that by the time he gets all, over here towards where the majority of the gold and stuff is piled up, you literally cannot see him anymore. He's just kind of in there. But you hear his voice as he's moving away. And he says, in common, "Leave quickly before Mitrax changes his mind."
I say as I put my axe back.
You may fascinate a dragon with a bow.
And
Very
a
well.
piece of cheese.
The Ironwood Oath Bow removed from my inventory.
There you go.
You heard him.
Get on the horse.
Let's go.
That was a death trap. I wasn't gonna. I was not gonna run away from that. You're a real one, Cole.
Yeah, you.
You beat me with a rock, but you lost your bow, so I'll call it.
I will say. There's a chance you could have defeated him.
I would have been fine.
It would have been better if you had the entire party,
And we crit every round.
Yeah.
but this motherfucker was tough.
Mhm.
You made the right choice.
I'll take my inspiration later. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I didn't lose anything from that.
So,
It's okay. I had 2 legendary items. I'm willing to give one.
how are you? Obviously, you're on the horse.
I had gotten on.
You're gonna
his
get
horse
on with him.
him.
You've already de-doored over
How high
that
of a
far.
jump is that up to that
Very,
that track?
very.
No, the track that they're
Oh,
standing.
the track they're on? Yeah, you could make that.
All right, I
With your ring of jump, yeah, you
with
can.
that last little bit of anime seconds rage, I I jump up there.
Before the adrenaline
Yep,
is
so you're-
overwhelming, and you feel like your bones are starting to melt.
And then,
It's been 6 seconds, but it was actually like 10 whole minutes.
now,
My bad.
You're welcome.
only 2 of you can fit on the horse at once. So how are you gonna?
2 trips.
Okay, so you're gonna
I
ferry
figure
people.
you start doing some jumping with your rings of jump. I mean, we got platforms for you to jump on.
You could.
Yeah,
No,
I start making my way towards that.
Okay.
Where
And
is the exit? Is it that window?
how are you
Yes.
gonna make the? How are you gonna move the last little bit? Percent do another dimension door? Or?
I'm gonna jump down and feather fall my way to safety and then crawl up or walk.
Yeah,
or
like-
climb
okay, there's no-
preferably.
There is no pathway.
I don't
up
think
to there.
Featherfall makes you like fall diagonally.
No,
it-
it's slow. I can jump. I thought there were stairs.
No.
Okay.
You're 1,000% gonna have to like misstep your way over there.
Yeah,
I
you can either
cannot do
de-door
that.
or you can wait until
You
Leon comes
can't.
over here and he can pick you
no.
up again.
All
I
right.
don't have Misty.
Hey guys.
You,
My bad.
You could do another de-door or you could wait until
Yeah,
Leon.
I'll
kinda
fetch chill and
ferries
wait till
and-
Horsey comes and
Okay.
grabs me then.
So you all eventually make it to that pathway, and as you get there, what you notice is it's looks like sunlight, probably about 20 feet above you. It's a hole through the rock, and it's so bright you can't really see what it is outside because it's just the sunlight and you're in this darkness. So all you see is this bright light kind of coming down through this little hole into where you're at and then spilling out into that beam that goes into the giant cavern. That's what you see. The tunnel does extend on beyond that, but there is a hole that is up.
So we all make our way to that hole safely, I assume.
Yeah, you
I get
easily
as far as I can without help from.
Horsey.
Yes.
So, I would like to, before we officially leave the cavern, what was the dragon's name again?
Mitrax.
Mitchell.
Mitchell.
I would like to, in
Mitchell.
Draconic, ask.
Mitrax, the darkness, devourer of dwarves. And Lord of
I would like to, in Draconic, ask Mitrex, Mind if I ask you one question before we depart?
So you're gonna get eat, but okay.
Roll persuasion.
Like, fuck it, no, get out of here.
He's like, you know what? I'm killing you.
18.
Ask your question.
Do you know
I'm off
the fate of the sapphire dragon Ternanok? I know he resides within these mountains, but it's been decades.
Why do you?
I once saved him and wish to simply know if he does well.
I'm gonna get your ass killed because they're clearly mortal
I
enemies.
hate
He exists.
Jesus.
Is that a question
Thank
or
you.
a statement?
I then leave.
He says, for now.
Yeah, just now that you have left where Mitrax is,
I'm gonna change my underwear.
just know
Bjorn is
Yeah, his
angry
breath
quiet.
weapon.
Mm-hmm.
90-foot cone,
Yeah, I repeat. That's why I
Fucking
mentioned
huge.
George.
26d6 necrotic.
I'm dead.
Woo-hoo.
That's like an average of like 90.
You could have rolled
Yeah,
26
that's an
ones.
average of me dying.
But that's like an average of like 90 damage.
I could survive the average.
I could die.
I could tank that.
I cannot.
That's just his breath weapon. That's not counting his regular attacks or the lair actions because he is in his lair.
Or his legendary actions and reactions.
Yeah.
Or his super fuck you action, which is an additional thing he gets because fuck you.
Or when
Well-
Jason rolls a perfect roll on the recharge and breath weapons us twice in a round.
Or the fact that he is living shadow, and while he is in dim light or darkness, he has resistance to damage that isn't force, psychic, or radiant. So anything you'd use that's
Well,
not
I'm his worst fucking enemy then.
you are, but
I'd say this dragon's a bozo. He could have just killed Gold and taken all of the weapons he had.
He he could have, but
I amused him.
you played to his ego a little bit, and it did amuse him.
Yeah.
And you were the reason that he didn't kill you all, because you honestly made him laugh because you failed so bad on that on that bravado. You had the bravado, but it was so
I feel like that should
bad to
All
you.
bark, no bite.
yeah, it was so minuscule to
It's like
him
a little fucking
that it
chihuahua.
actually amused him.
Yes.
And
as if a
because of that-
chihuahua attacked him.
Because of that, and appealing to his ego and everything like that,
And I did nothing.
you
about
guys survived.
it.
That would have been fine. 'cause
You would have got the
I
fuck out
said-
of there.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
I will say a legendary item is worth it for us to have escaped. with.
I escaped just fine.
You, if we had not, you would have been stuck there on that rock and he would have just breath weaponed you. in
No,
2
I
rounds
would
and
have used
killed you.
another dimension door if I really fucking needed to. I had 3 more of them.
Oh, you
Yeah.
got 3 more of them?
Yes.
Alright, you're fine then.
Yeah, she would have got the fuck out.
I chose not to use it for the 20
If,
extra feet.
if I really wanted to keep the oath, though, you and I could have left, but then Bjorn would have had to make a new character.
Mm-hmm.
Ajax 2.
Yeah.
Electric Boogaloo.
Hey, it's me, Patch. I'm back.
I heard you're in need of assistance.
All right, so
You know, all my problems in my town got resolved all of a sudden.
you are
How incredibly
in a passageway
In less than a
That-
week.
continues on.
Mm.
You also have this hole that leads up to out as based on the sunlight that you're seeing pouring through it.
Seeing the sun for the first time in 2 days.
It is up to you how you want. Now, it's gonna be difficult for Cassiopeia to get up through there because it is, she's not a humanoid, so she can't like just climb through, and it's not quite big enough for her to fly up it.
So, but you also there's just a passageway.
There's a passageway you could take,
and we'll just take the passage.
so it's if that's what you guys want to do.
I like to imagine followers of Shimlo have their own version of Valhalla, and you just cheated me out of it.
I didn't imagine Bjorn would seek the afterlife so soon.
To die in battle.
Valhalla!
Are you saying I denied you the greatest honor a follower of Shamlo could be granted?
First of all, that dragon wishes it could kill
If you wanna-
the
if you
mighty
wanna-
Bjorn.
If you want to go
Bjorn,
to
I think it
Valhalla,
could have killed you with its fingertip and not anymore.
I have my doubts.
If you have your doubts, you go get your ass back down there and go challenge him.
Your
one-on-one.
turns around.
Right?
I'll wait 10 minutes.
Okay, by yourself, definite suicide. With a party, maybe not. All right.
we got shit to take care of.
I actually could not out heal that, so I think you're with the party statement is bullshit.
No, I
Nope.
think our party, even at max, would not be able to take
That
it.
is he said breath weapon 2066 necrotic damage.
Breath weapon kills
Well,
me.
with strategic placing, and it only hits one of us.
90 foot
AKA
cone.
I know. We have to be on all four sides at any given time.
We have to make sure that we're all on different sides, and that we all have 7 million healing potions, and that
We can talk
Multiples
about
max
we
on
can talk
masculine
I
about
have
it
one normal
afterward,
healing potion.
but there were things that you could have done
like
that
knock
would
down the
make things
pillar on top
easier.
of him.
You're
No.
right.
There were things that you could have done, creative things you could have
I
done.
could have
Sunlight.
knocked an arrow and notched it or launched it right in his
What
nuts
was that?
then
We were,
for
sunlight,
critical
yeah.
damage.
No,
I
if
could
we
have
were
walked up to
going
him and
into
started making out
battle,
with
I was
him,
gonna
thereby
try to find a way
startling
to
him and
cave
giving
in
him
You're right. You're the
something.
bard. You should have seduced the dragon.
Bro, you just need to
No,
find that
it's
one.
I know what we're doing, guys.
No, that's
We
my
gotta
thing,
turn
too.
right.
You march your ass
Around,
right
give you
back in there. You
inspiration.
fuck that dragon right in the ass.
Neutral.
Alright.
Have you ever
You
tried?
got 3 points, but
half
you get
elf?
one more.
Oh no.
Don't be
Yeah.
saying
If we
that.
were going to find it, I was gonna try to find a way to make that happen.
That is a weakness.
You know, the bad thing though, a dragon of this caliber could take a humanoid shape and have followed us out here and just been like chilling with us. Just for the amusement. Like knowing like I could kill you all at any time.
Guys,
I'm just chilling with you all.
I don't think that's the real gold.
You see like an emo version of gold next to me? What are you talking about? This is definitely the real gold.
They call
I'm the imposter.
They call him like onyx or some shit.
Fool's gold. There we go.
Yeah, pyrite.
All right, so
Your evil twin.
you guys are out of the treasury into the hallway out there and following that pathway.
Because our goal was to get out of volcano, right? Wasn't that the initial goal?
Yeah.
It's been a month. You gotta.
Our official goal is to make it to one of the rod sites.
Yeah, but that wasn't in the volcano. We did an accidental volcano.
Well, so we asked for Sam what is the closest point he could teleport us to that. And he fucked us. Like he always does.
Yeah, I
because
don't
we
know why
don't
we
ask
keep
a specific
trusting this
enough
man.
question. So we got teleported in a volcano.
Yeah.
Now we have to go back to the rod site.
Which is outside of volcano?
We gotta find the rod site.
Outside.
Once we determine the rod site, see if it's good,
Forward!
and then we go to the next one and defend it at all costs.
Yay.
Once we have determined or saved the final rod site, then we can, I guess, continue to protect it for all eternity, because I don't think anything else will help it, because we can't remove the rods, as far as we know. Or we're not powerful enough. Or we need to kill somebody. I'm gonna kill somebody.
I'm gonna kill you.
Okay, so here you guys go. Oh, I can't do that one there. Let's see. I think.
Pisses my pants.
Nope, I don't have that in here, unfortunately. Okay. So, yep, I don't have. Oh, I know how I did it before. I did this. And then I did this. Okay.
Yeah.
So, there you go. There's the map for you guys to see. Unfortunately, you guys who are watching remotely can't see it, but here's the map. So, yeah, here's the volcano. Okay. Over here. And you're heading east. And the ley line intersection, the first one is over here. The other one is down this way. So you're heading to this one, which is the closest one.
Yep.
So that is where you're going to.
Okie dokie.
All right. Okay, so you're heading through the pathway, and as you do that, this is a good place for us to take our break.
Okie dokie.
So we are going to take our break. So we're going to break for about 10 minutes so we can, get a drink, exercise our legs a little bit, move around so we don't pass out or use the bathroom, whatever. But we will be back shortly. Just a reminder for all of you who are watching, if you are watching on YouTube, we are monetized. So if you want to affect the game, you can super chat us and tell us what you would like to see happen. If you are watching on Twitch, you can donate Twitch bits and tell us what you would like to see happen. As long as it is not completely game breaking, well, that shit's going to happen. So feel free to interact that way. It can be something as simple as I want someone to have advantage, or I want someone to have disadvantage, or I want to see Persephone go back in there and throw some Eldritch Blasts at the dragon and then run away screaming. Whatever. As long as it's not game breaking, we'll make it work.
Money, it can be game breaking.
Yeah, well, we'll see. But anyway, we're going to take our break, and we'll be back in just about 10 minutes.
See ya.
call them bitch rags.
In the
Probably
ancient
eating
Captain of the human
forest
smugglers.
became popular.
All right.
Enoch, the sower of sands,
We are
the
back.
doom of fools.
Well, you could have told me.
We are back. So, you are now traveling through this tunnel. This tunnel does not seem like it is
Wait, we're in
an
another
official
tunnel?
part of the city of Von Barim. It is unworked stone. It
So
seems
were
more
we
like a
in a
natural
city
path.
before?
Yes, we were in a dwarven fucking
Oh,
giant
okay.
city.
Yeah, sorry. You're
Yeah.
correct. My bad.
This is unworked stone. It seems more like a natural cave going through the stone of the mountain.
Does that mean it's lazy stone? Since it's unworked stone?
Roll percent. Okay, so
97.
that's 3-way.
From 100.
97. Not bad.
So
At the highest roll we've
as
so
you're
far.
making your way through this tunnel,
Yes.
it seems to be kind of winding around.
So
and
I missed a part. So
Yes.
we were going up towards that crack in the wall that had sunlight coming through.
Okay.
Correct.
We've already
Yes.
gone through it.
Okay.
We're working our way through.
So here's what it is. You went through there was a hole in the wall.
Mhm.
There was sunlight coming through it. As you got up in there, you found that you are in what looks like a natural tunnel.
Oh, okay.
And there
I
is
thought it was
a-
literally just to the outside.
No, and there is a
Okay.
hole above you that goes about 20 feet up to sunlight, and because you're in darkness
Yeah.
and there's sun pouring through, all you see is bright fucking light. You
I'm
can't,
caught up now. I just missed that little in between part that
Yeah.
there was another
Yeah, so you
natural tunnel.
you could try to make it out there, but the only problem is Cassiopeia would have a difficult time. He'd have to probably dismiss her and just climb out. But
Jump.
it's up to you. It'd
jump
be up to you
around.
guys. And he said, "Hey, let's go down the tunnel." You
I could
guys
jump up
agreed.
there. You said it was 20 feet?
Well, yeah, you could jump
Take a
up.
little
if you
peek.
want.
I could just, take a little peek. I'm going to do that.
Okay, so you jump up there.
There's another dragon.
You
You see 6 red
Okay.
dragons
as,
outside.
as you get up there, you find yourself on the side of a mountain. It is there's a slight slope to it, probably maybe 10 degrees slope is where you're at. You're up high. You are surrounded by snow.
Fun.
There is not really any tree life anywhere around. Like you're above that level, and it is blisteringly cold.
Yay.
I slide back down.
Okay.
And it's fucking freezing.
God damn it! I lost my jacket too.
I'll open up my pack and put on my winter gear.
I lost my
I
coat.
did-
It does draft down into the passageway you're in, but surprisingly, the heat trapped within the city itself and
Yeah.
the treasury and everything is enough to, for the most part, keep the bitter cold at bay, even through that hole going up there as close as it is.
Well, it helps there's an ancient red shadow dragon. Right there. He's a pretty big furnace, I imagine.
Yes, he's kind
I'm
of
not changing
got a lot of
into
body heat.
my into my winter outfit that we had gotten before we left for this excursion yet.
Okay.
I imagine you as a barbarian, your winter outfit is literally just like band-aids across your nipples.
Did we get winter outfits before we left?
Yes, we did.
Okay.
Oh, good. I was like, because
Yeah,
Except for Percy.
I'm underprepared.
I was gonna just be like, take a direwolf cloak off, and just drop it on you.
It was like, I'm basically in a fucking bra. I had a cool coat over it, but I lost it in one of the other rooms.
Yeah, I'll just take off that direwolf cloak and just.
So, you're heading down through the tunnel? Okay. So the tunnel seems to actually kind of angle down for a little ways, and kind of curve and go. From what you could tell for the brief amount of time you were up there, where it was freezing your ass off, that you're on a portion of a mountain that it's still relatively stable and flat. So as you are now in this tunnel, you feel like, okay, we're going away from the surface, not a lot, but enough that we're still going to be under rock above us. And you're not sure unless it decides to turn up if it's going to lead to a path out directly from here or not. But this is the option you have.
Then we press on. Also, this ring of jumping has been an absolute godsend so far.
I know. You can thank me
So
later.
much value.
So you continue through this passage.
Low tier magic items for the win.
After walking through for probably a good 20 to 30 minutes, as you've been kind of curving around and everything, the light from that one hole is being left behind you, and you find yourselves again thrust into darkness.
No, light. Ooh, we're good.
Okay, thrust into a light spell. What do you cast it on?
And who's in front of me?
Cast it on someone's
Yeah,
ass.
I'm walking out in front.
Right.
I'm also talking to Gold. It's
I
like,
just click on something on you.
Okay.
hear me out. We could have pulled aggro, whatever Bjorn would call aggro in this case, on
the ire.
the statue and had it battle with Mithrax.
I'm wondering.
Desecrated.
Statue?
Yeah, the big thing that threatened us said, do not desecrate anything
I
here.
wasn't here for that session.
No, you weren't.
I do wonder if the statue itself is knowledgeable of Mithrax's existence, or if its range simply doesn't go that far.
It could have been a powerful ally.
I'm sure it could have, if we had backtracked and risked our very lives for
It
it.
actually only has like 10 hit points.
I'm sure it would have been a fantastic ally in a fight against a gargantuan beast as that, but I would rather curry favor with it for the coming fights in our future. Imagine dragons on our side against the demons.
Does
Simply,
sound pretty cool.
simply by playing into the hand of a dragon whose ego is so large it curries a nation as its home.
I still think we could have taken it.
I don't quite see the point.
Glory.
You may not be thinking far enough ahead.
I'm
No,
thinking.
not with what he said.
Oh,
Being able to one up any other person's story at the bar.
You can't eat glory.
You can absolutely eat that dragon.
well, so you said the name of the dragon was Mithrax, right?
Inspiration.
Mitrax.
Mithrax.
Rachel.
If I am
Mitrax.
if I'm translating correctly, I believe its name is Glory Incarnate in other languages.
Is this true?
I'm making shit up
He
because
is
I know all languages.
completely making shit up.
My sources, I made it the fuck up.
What language is that? It's
I'm not sure I can contest that, as I've never. I don't know how to speak Draconic.
Can
I
I
don't
say
know
fuck
enough to
you to him
contest.
in like 20 different languages and then end in common?
Do you cast comprehend languages?
You're fucking absolutely right. I do.
Okay, so then yes, you can, because otherwise you don't know that many languages. So
No,
Well,
that
to be
was
fair, we all know the
quite uncalled for.
true.
Well, I believe you are testing my luck here. We're testing your luck.
First, you're gonna keep walking down.
I conceded your point, though.
But you
While
did.
they're arguing.
I did. I
You
said.
conceded to half the point, not the full point.
I
Gold's
said
in
I
a bit
don't
of a
speak
mood right now.
Draconic,
He hit
so-
me with a rock.
I
This
did
is
also
true.
just lose my only bow.
You
That's
did
your
that
choice.
on your own free will.
I'm sorry. Would you rather me left you cowering behind the pillar?
I could just get out.
Who was cowering?
I-
Oh,
We don't talk about that.
We will
First
most
rule
certainly
about
talk
dragon
about this.
fear.
don't think
We do not talk
later.
about cowering.
Let's not freeze to death. Let's find firewood, shelter, and make our way down this godforsaken mountain.
Are we freezing to death in here?
Not in here.
Yeah.
Not in here, but we
Yeah.
will be once we step outside.
Oh, that's a future problem.
Well, we need to go while we still have sunlight.
You
correct.
cannot have someone.
Which, Jason, I would like to go outside and
So you're gonna walk back up 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and then go to the hole.
it's that fucking
Yeah.
long to
Well,
get
You
out.
walk
Yeah.
20, 30
We've been
minutes.
walking
I
and
said,
walking.
We've been walking for a while.
I said you were walking for
We-
about
we-
20,
we-
30
we-
minutes.
Doing the
Looked out the hole,
walkie-talkie.
said it was cold, said cool, let's keep fucking going.
Yeah.
And we kept going. There's no
Walk
need for us to go
and
outside.
talk
Just keep walking.
and throw a rock.
The rocks are your friends.
We're going up still, right?
No.
I think he said we're going down.
You're going slight decline.
It's going down.
Down,
Which is
down.
fine,
the top.
Okay,
probably
sorry.
But again,
I-
the,
the mountain
but
anyway.
the
That-
mountain,
sorry,
you're on a mountain itself.
Yeah, sorry,
So the
that
mountain
wasn't
is
my
also kind of going
interpretation
down,
of
but
it.
it's from what he could tell, like the mountain's got a very slight decline. You've got a slightly more decline in the tunnels, so you're heading a little bit deeper instead of out directly.
Yeah.
But who knows what it does when you further
Yeah,
up.
sorry. My interpretation was the way out was slightly declined as to not let snow bury into the path. All right, that's okay. We'll continue the path then.
Okay.
I don't want to freeze to death.
All right.
Moral of the story.
As you are continuing through this tunnel,
Kidding, that was-
you get
Get
to this one point where it starts to narrow even more. Cassiopeia is going to have to squeeze to make it through. You guys, it's other than Bjorn, you don't technically have to squeeze, but it's not quite comfortable because like your shoulders are almost touching as you're going through. But Cassiopeia has to squeeze to make it through, so it's very awkward and uncomfortable for her. But for about 40 feet, you're going through this kind of tighter gap, and then it opens up into a slightly larger cavern that's probably about, you estimate, 20 by 20.
Another dragon. I am Thrix math.
It's about
His name is Shane.
it's about 20 by 20, and
Shade.
off of this chamber, you see
The
there
ultimate
is
dragon.
one pathway that kind of goes down to the right. There is another opening over to the left that it's kind of open, and it almost looks like it's a drop off from what you can tell. And then going, if you try to go forward, like directly across, another tighter cavern or tighter pathway that Cassiopeia would have to squeeze, but you could maybe try that direction. Again, that's kind of at that same slight slope that you've been on. So that's your options.
wanna
A little bit steeper,
jump,
what looks
or-
like it might be a drop off into you don't know what, and then a slightly tighter pathway.
I can jump us safely.
I believe we try the tighter pathway first.
Well, if it's even tighter than what we have now, then Cassiopeia definitely won't be able to squeeze through.
You can always resummon your Pegasus, though, correct?
Yeah, but it takes resources.
Yeah, but shut the fuck up.
Well, Bjorn fit, I think, is really the important question. We can go.
If
scope
this
it out.
continues the way it has been, this could be problematic soon.
I'll dismiss Cassiopeia and we'll go through the tighter path.
Okay.
10 feet later, it immediately opens up.
Okay. So you guys head to the pathway across, pretty much directly from the way you came into this cavern, and like I said, it does narrow, and you all begin kind of trying to work your way through it, and it is getting narrower. So now you're all squeezing. So
I imagine I'm in front since I'm probably the smallest.
if you want to be, you can
It,
be.
it makes sense if we're trying to squeeze.
Yeah.
That way, if we get stuck,
I
we can
actually
push
think
back.
Gold is the smallest.
He is pretty skinny.
Gold is a 5'4", 140-pound elf.
Okay, yeah, you might be small.
Gold is canonically small.
I think I'm like 5'6", but I am a girl, so like.
So titties.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
giant demon lady titties.
Yeah, you're attracting all the guys at the bar milkshakes.
Bringing all the boys to the yard.
Boys are
Hey,
Damn
now.
right.
Do you have a permit
Better
for
than
that?
yours.
That's the important part. If you have a permit. Okay.
Oh shit.
All right. So as you are kind of squeezing your way through, trying to get through this passage, your speed of movement is slowed down just because it's difficult terrain for you to get through. But thus far, you're not really having any issues other than just uncomfortable a little bit.
Would
Slow.
you consider this part of the mountain terrain?
Yes.
then I am not impeded by difficult terrain.
Okay, except the fact that you are behind someone who is. Oh, no, you said you're in
Yeah,
front.
if he's smaller, he's
I-
So
yeah, we
Gold
put in
is
order of
gone, and you
size.
guys are. Gold is way ahead of you. You can't see it. No.
Order of
This
size.
sucks.
Yeah. So
Says you, motherfucker.
you may not be impeded,
Just walk
but yeah, you may not be impeded, but you probably want to wait for the rest of your party to.
It's
keep up.
gonna be like one of those
I'm
cave,
scouting ahead. They can
those,
catch up.
cave diving videos where it's like Jonathan Green was found crushed inside of the devil's anus with only his feet poking out. Like,
Uh-oh.
So
We're going to
as you are continuing through there,
continue.
kitchening.
I need all of you to make perception checks.
That's a nat
And-
20.
Whoa,
That's
I didn't
not
get a nat
high.
20, but I did get a natural 18
Ooh,
for a 25.
I got a
Nice.
nat 20 for a
I
20.
got a 24.
nice.
Hold on. So wisdom
Skill
skill is
So one time I'm paying attention because there's no distractions.
what check are you making?
Whoa.
Perception.
So I get double my proficiency bonus.
All right, sir.
So
I don't
what's
got
our
no
proficiency
plus.
bonus right now?
A shit ton.
+5.
+5.
What's giving you double proficiency on that?
My natural explorer feature. I'm having to
shit.
read it for the first time and make sure
Whoa.
I'm using it. So I get a +14, so 18 plus 14.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
32.
32.
He doesn't see it, right? He saw too hard.
You saw too high. It's too high. I'm gonna have to.
X-ray vision, so
use
I-
very-
I
It's on
just
the little dust
nat-
particles.
I
avoid
just-
anything.
You see
I just snap
sound.
an echolocation, shows
No,
everything
you,
within
you
60 feet.
see sound. You hit Alt on
He's got the X-ray mod of
convenience where
Minecraft. You can see all the
everything-
diamond
everything
deposits.
important lights up for you.
We're rich.
Hey, yo.
We're rich. We're rich.
Mushroom.
Get back to the job. We're rich. We're rich.
Keep
Well,
No.
You see how it is.
And you're gonna run away again.
All right.
That was fucking funny. We're rich.
All right. So
Mushroom. Ah.
as you are going through here, all of you,
Hooray for beer.
because I think what was the lowest out of there? I heard an 18. What was the
I think the
lowest?
natural 20 was the lowest.
Yeah,
I got 24. So.
24.
The natural
Fucking
20 was the
natural
lowest.
20 being the lowest.
That was the fucking lowest. My
Bruh.
God. So like
That's
all
hurtful.
of you,
I feel
all
your
of you
pain.
notice,
I tried so
as you're
hard.
going through this passageway, it's decent. It's like a crack through the rock that you're going through, and it looks like it goes up probably about 20 feet or so. That you're kind of fighting your way through, and you notice above you, you hear what sounds like bats, and you start to notice that as you're walking through, you're stepping in guano. It's nasty, and it's starting
slowing
to
us
stink.
down a little
This
bit.
would
And
be
it's
a
slowing you
wizard's
down.
favorite location.
Prestidigitation as we walk.
Just a
Okay.
path in front of you.
So
Like me.
all
You
of
just see
you,
footsteps the
all
whole
of
way
you
through.
make Constitution saves. Since you're doing prestidigitation, I'll allow you to do it at advantage.
That's
I don't think I have
one.
anything
Well, I had
to
advantage.
con. So that's an 8 from me.
That's an 11 for me.
20.
Okay.
Bro, I got +9 on my Constitution save.
Hey, you're a sorcerer.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit, that's a 25. Or it would have been a 10 with my other nat one if I didn't have advantage.
All right.
I have a +11. I still got a dirty 20.
Okay. There we go.
Gold's a grizzled soldier, so I mean, he's just
Yeah,
gonna truck
that-
along regardless of condition.
I'm sorry, 23, not 25.
All right, what happened? Sorry.
I can do math.
We haven't. he
We're
hasn't said
stepping in
anything.
bat
We're
shit.
walking through shit.
I know that.
That's all.
Oh, then you're caught up.
Look at that cork.
Damn. Replace that
Gal.
R with a C, and now we're
Nice
talking.
pork, bro.
All right. So, what did everyone get? Go around the table.
Don't make me shove that
23.
Gold.
8.
11.
20.
Okay. You two.
Oh dear
You-
God.
You
Here's your
get
further down the
sick.
cave.
You are basically suffering from effectively poison condition while you are in this this nastiness because it's making you sick to your stomach. So it's horrible.
Nice.
It's not pleasant.
Yuck.
But that's all it's doing is just oh, this is not good. You're continuing to make your way through this, and it's not letting up.
This is very unpleasant.
About 45 minutes later,
Fucking Christ.
it's
I think we should
slow
have
going.
down the thing. You
It's
said
slow going.
batshit
Granted,
city.
like 20 minutes for me.
Yeah, but
You said
yeah,
batshit city.
it's
I was
still-
gonna bounce down.
it's nasty. And it's as you get through, eventually what happens is you get to a point where this branches open more. It is still about 20 feet above your head. But where you find yourselves is a ledge that drops off into what looks like nothingness.
Cannibal,
front of
or-
We could've
You
done that
you
earlier.
have a ledge that you can see. Now,
I have. A
do you have dark vision?
Yeah, but I have
Dark
Dark
vision.
vision.
Dark vision.
You put light on me.
You're the
I
only-
did.
You're
Yeah.
the only one who doesn't have
No,
dark
I
vision.
definitely have dark.
That's- okay.
Yeah, dark.
Everyone's dark vision in the
Everyone's-
party now. Jason, before everyone arrives, I would like to
Yeah.
light the torch off and drop it down the hole.
Yeah. So I was
Okay.
gonna do the same thing with light.
Okay, so
Yeah,
you
just
light a
Light,
torch
piece of rock.
and you drop it down, and it goes down, 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 down.
Man,
You finally hear it hit bottom.
sure would be
And
nice
you
to have
see-
a flying horse right now.
A small light from it.
They carry two of us.
Give me an
Multiple
intelligence
trips.
so
check.
I know.
Mother.
You figure it fell about 150 feet.
I got that.
With a 2?
I have to say, can I survival check to see?
Yeah, that's his guess.
Can I guess?
You-
Sure.
Y'all weren't there when I dropped it.
You can go
think
up
we
there and
were.
you can look and you can see
I
what
did it
the
before
what
you
the
all.
little
Oh,
light
okay.
is down
'Cause
there.
I'm
Okay.
And
much
you can see
further
it's a
ahead,
torch.
because I have double the
Just a
speed
flat
you all do.
intelligence?
Yep.
Conditions.
All right. So I'm just going to
9.
ask.
9.
Because this is
Yeah,
the,
sure. It's about 150
the
feet.
only option is down, right? There's no other exit or that we
Can I look
see,
up?
Like,
It looks about 20 feet above your head. You see ceiling, and you see especially when you lit the torch, there's a shit ton of bats.
okay,
Well-
but there's no other like door or anything. We see it's down. It's
Well, this is what he saw, but he dropped the torch then. So now, if you're trying to see if there's any other
Yeah.
way, give me perception checks. If anyone else wants to estimate the
No.
distance of the drop, you
I'm
can.
not looking
It'd
at
be a straight
damn
intelligence
thing.
check.
14 on that perception, but I also could I roll a survival check to guesstimate?
Yeah, sure.
22.
That's 20 more than I got.
Ugh, never mind. It was an 11.
Okay.
I do
got-
get a plus 14 because of the terrain.
Do you want to do perception as well, Leon? or-
Sure.
So with
And-
Natural
22.
There we go.
22.
Okay, both of you. You notice that there does appear to be what you can kind of see like the other side of the quote unquote cliff face across
How far?
right at about the edges of your vision. So it's right about 50, 60 feet.
Okay.
And
Too
it
far.
looks like there might be a ledge over there and possibly some passageways. It's kind of hard to tell because it's right at the edge of your vision.
So, Jason, this is the first time I've read Natural Explorer, probably since I made this character
Mm-hmm.
as you're a ranger, right?
Yeah.
Apparently, difficult terrain doesn't slow your group's travel.
Mm.
We can't become lost by except by magical means. We're alert to danger when you are engaged in another activity. We can move stealthily at a normal pace while alone. So I can move
Damn.
Good.
stealthy and
See,
quick.
and this is why you guys have to read your characters and know your
Twice as
abilities
much
because I
food
can't
while
be
foraging
expected to remember
and
them
while
all.
tracking creatures.
Okay.
Exact size, number, and how long they've been passing through the area.
First time I've ever seen favorite terrain get used ever.
Mhm.
Well, this is the Natural Explorer, which is part of favorite terrain.
Yeah.
All right.
Although favorite enemy has come up, I think, 4 times.
What's your favorite enemy?
And D&D.
I've got
Okay.
fiends and undead.
Okay.
I'm gonna pull out my Macafui Cittern.
All right.
I'm gonna
For
cast my instrument.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's a bard.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna-
but
Surprising, isn't it?
like the words that came out of his mouth when
that
he said
wasn't guitar.
I thought he was misspelling scimitar too.
Skinny.
We love you.
I'm gonna cast
We love
fly on myself,
Okay.
and I'm gonna fly over across the chasm to scout
Okay.
things out.
As you get over there, you get closer, you can see, yes, there is indeed a ledge. It's probably about 10 feet wide, so there's enough space for all of you fairly easily. And there's actually a couple different
Anyone got a rope?
openings
Oh, I can
that
get us
are,
down safely.
some, natural holes, natural passageways. One of them looks like it's, skinny as fuck. It's like, no way you're getting through that. Over there, that one's pretty decent size. We could get through there. This one over here, yeah, that's decent
Yeah.
size. So you get some options.
All right. I'm gonna relay that information to them, and God willing, you're not gonna make me make a check for this because any average adult should be able to hold someone else supporting their weight if they're using their whole body and
Piggyback!
flying them across.
Piggyback!
Okay, so how long does the
Give me a
fly
strength
spell
check.
last?
It's probably like 10 minutes or an hour or something.
Should be
It's probably a minute per
It's
spell.
Might be a
25
minute.
seconds.
A minute or 10 minutes, one of those
up
two.
to 10 minutes.
Yeah,
up
it's
to
like
10
10
minutes.
sounded right.
And it's concentration up to 10 minutes.
Correcto.
Okay. So, yeah, you could,
Piggyback.
bring someone across. Being that it is literally only about 50, 60 feet,
Yeah.
you could technically ferry everyone across.
That's what I'm thinking.
Bjorn's going to be a little bit cumbersome, but it can be done.
Yeah.
Here, dude. His
Um,
armor
I just
in one
grab onto
trip.
your leg.
His armor in one trip and him in the other.
Okay, but
Naked Bjorn.
I'm not wearing armor.
Oh, well,
I am going to make
regular clothes.
make you. It's easy for you, but I'm going to make you do an athletics check to hold on to Leon.
Okay. I'm just gonna give you a bardic inspiration.
Just in case. This is exactly the type of shit that I fuck up my rolls on.
I'd rather
we
you not
all
plummet
have
a bajillion
a,
feet to your
We're
death.
gonna roll it on
I
D&D
do.
Beyond so you can see it.
That's
if
fine.
If you,
You have a
fall,
D10 if you wanna use it.
I got you.
21. Is that enough?
Okay, yeah, more than enough.
Best
You're
fine.
viewers on streamboo.com.
Dude, we should
Yeah.
click on that.
Yeah.
Dude, you
Can't,
should
it's
click
not a
the
link.
link.
We should put in
No.
our credit card info on
It's
whatever link
not
it
a
puts as
link,
well.
though.
We should send
You don't understand.
video recognition of our face.
Yeah.
Now, unfortunately,
Nigeria
I tried
happens as well?
to remove it and it wouldn't let me.
I think it was the red icon. On it.
Yeah, but I already blocked it. So
Oh, you got it already? Dope.
yeah, I already blocked it. I just couldn't get it to.
But thank you anyway for the.
That's okay. Viewers,
welcome.
don't
Exact
click
type of
on
shit that I
anything
have.
that the weird
Look,
ass.
it's
bot-
better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it.
But anyway,
My favorite
so
line.
yes, you have no problem.
Except for you.
You guys all make it across. Okay. You are now on this ledge. It's like I said, about 10 feet wide, and it goes, along the wall for decent ways. You can easily get to the couple different openings that are actually options. You could get to the skinny one, but there's no way you're getting through that. It's like a crack like that big.
Yeah.
So
We love cracks.
unless you have gaseous form or some spell like that, you're not getting through that one. But the other ones, easily you can get through. So the question is, which one are you going to do? Are you going to do?
The comfortable path.
There two, both of them. There's two of
The
them.
left comfortable path.
left
It's always right.
Hold on.
No, it's my motto.
Because I'm right-handed, right? When I was younger, the way I taught myself left from right, because these both look like L's. So I know I'm right-handed. I can't write with my left hand, so right is right, left is wrong.
I say, you want to know what the opposite of right is? Wrong. That's what I tell people.
Okay.
The devil's hand.
Yeah. All right.
Damn.
So
My mom is left-handed.
you're heading through the left
Fucking-
path of the two that you can fit through.
Yeah.
All right. So as you are going through
I
this
think
one,
it's-
Fuck Sander.
it goes for a little ways and then
So, like,
curves
it's
more to the left. And as it curves more to the left,
huh?
yes, yeah, it dresses left.
normal.
I'm thinking now.
It hangs left. Yeah. So it curves a little bit to the left, and then it dips down a little bit, and coming from the right hand side of it
Whoa.
through a hole on
You're
that
not
wall.
making it any better, Jason.
I'm just trying to listen.
Water is coming through.
Stop.
In in kind of an underground river that is flowing through this space. in this cavern that is approximately 10 foot by 10 foot. It's not super big, but it's, you can all kind of fit in there. But
Big enough to get the
through the
drop.
wall on the right-hand side, water is flowing through at about kind
Basically-
of shin level.
Can we please get out of the fucking cave?
That depends on you,
Yeah.
the player.
Water
I
is
can't
flowing
stop
through.
laughing.
Water is flowing through. It's entering that space at about, shin level or so, and flowing down through, and then down through a passageway that is kind of heading down at a steeper angle.
You should see where the water's
It-
coming from, right?
It is the only passageway out, is to follow that path.
Okay, I had it exactly.
You could go to the other one, or you can attempt to follow this path.
I'm gonna follow the river.
At this point, we're already here. I'm not
As-
backtracking again.
As we've established, I can
Oh, I guess
walk
I
on
didn't have
water
much
very, very carefully with shape water by breathing it as I walk. I would like to do that.
Okay. That's going to be very hard as this is flowing water.
Oh, never mind. That's less exciting.
Well, no. You've got it. Freeze the one spot of water you're on
That's all I
and
was
use it
doing.
as a little surfboard.
Yeah, no, I froze the bit as I stepped.
No, it
And
wouldn't
I
be.
walked
It
on
wouldn't be
water.
yeah, but in this case, it wouldn't be stepping.
Yeah,
It'd be,
no, because it's
You-
Well, no,
basically be
it's two
making-
steps.
You'd basically be making. If you were going to freeze some water and hop on it, you've got a sled as you go down a water slide, basically.
But no, I don't have the health for that. Fine, I'll walk normally.
You know who does have the hit points for that? Gold.
So, this is the path you're following.
Yep.
I mean,
Okay.
that sounds correct.
I need everyone to make dexterity saves.
I don't know if I'm good at that. Well, I'm not gonna take
Do I
that.
get advantage as a barbarian? Is it something I can see?
Yeah.
Cool.
You said dex?
28.
I'm not good
Jesus.
at those.
Big yikes.
19 plus
27.
9.
Oh, I'll take a
Plus
19
9.
actually.
It's my saving throw. It's my highest.
Holy smokes. 16.
I
Okay.
have an 18 in dexterity, so plus 4 plus 5 is 9.
None of
Oh,
you have an
19.
issue with it,
All right.
as the water is flowing at a decent pace, but it isn't super steep, and even with it being a little bit slippery, you are like kind of bracing yourselves against the walls
Are
of
we
this
walking
passage.
through the water?
Well, it's going down at
It's
an
a
angle.
rapid. We're like kind of
I
sliding.
didn't know if we were swimming in this or if there was a path
No,
and then the
you're-
water was here.
You're
we're following
no,
it.
you're walking in the water.
It's shin high, is what
Yeah.
he said.
Okay.
And you're kind of walking through it, but you're like using the walls to help. And it is at a decline, but it's not steep enough that, that's why you're able to actually make a dex save and go.
I'd like to use my daggers to like kind of slide
Yeah.
and control myself.
No problem. So you're able
Kind
to
of
follow,
style.
Yeah, you're
Want
able
to
to follow
fly.
this path.
Just
This leads you
Tony Hawk grind
down.
to Goblin Town.
No, not Goblin Town.
So funky
But-
down.
I'm gonna take
You
down to.
you eventually get to a point after following this path for what feels like almost an hour. Your feet feel like they're all pruny and just kind of cold.
Gold, I've got trash foot.
You actually
Better not
feel
be
like
turning
if you had to
green
be in this
or getting
any
green.
longer, that you might start to suffer some effects from hypothermia or something along those lines, because it's cold.
I will warm myself up with prestidigitation.
Can you,
Right.
can
I
you
had to
not,
make sure that was a thing I could do with it.
can you not like use that to remove the water from everyone's shoes?
I can do that too.
Yeah,
After
I
you
could.
get out of the water,
Because it's
Yeah, I was like, we're walking in it
but
though.
you're still in it. And
But I can be warm
yeah,
in it.
and as you get to what's the end of this pathway, what you find is that this opens up into a larger cavern, but the water itself is actually going down a hole like a waterfall, and you have to kind of sidestep around it to kind of get into the cavern, and then you're now here in what is about 15 feet wide and looks about 30 to 40 feet long cavern, about 15 feet high. Decent amount of space. There are some stalagmites and stalactites kind of going through it. This is clearly with the water flowing through and the whole area. There's a lot of moisture in the air, as you can see drips coming from the ceiling and everything, and that's what's helping to move the minerals and create these stalactites and stalagmites kind of going through here. And you have to kind of navigate through them a little bit.
I will warm and dry everybody's toes.
Okay, and you can do that now.
Thank you, Percy.
So you're okay at this point. If you had to do that much longer, it probably would have had an effect. But you managed to make it through. And now you're following the pathway ahead of you. Again, it starts to narrow a little bit and you begin to have to squeeze to get through. But this time it is only for a short amount of time, and it's actually going up slightly at an incline. As this pathway goes up, about 10 minutes into it, it finally opens up into a larger cave that you see ahead of you. And Gold, you're the one who's kind of leading the charge. I need a perception check.
You got this.
You can do it.
I can't see what that is.
Is that a 2?
That do be a 2.
But I do have a very high
You have a
plus.
plus 37.
I have a plus 14, so it's a 16.
That's a 16. Okay, that's fine. So,
Shame.
That means my lowest roll could be a 13.
all right. So
Equivalent to my rogue is like
you see that it opens up into what looks like a fairly large cavern.
It's fucking.
The lowest roll could be a 15.
Yep.
not a 13.
It's not. It is not just straight open. Again, there's some stalactites and stalagmites in here. There's some rock outcroppings and different shapes of it. But overall, it's kind of an almost like a kidney bean shape, as best you can tell when you start getting into it. And what you do notice with that 16, I think is what you said you had.
Mm-hmm.
When you walk in, there's some bones on the ground.
I am this man.
Shut the fuck up.
You also notice what looks like a couple webs, strands of them coming down through.
How big is the room?
The shape of the room again, it's kind of like a kidney bean.
The commonly less known.
Overall size, you guess probably about from one
How
end to
many
the other.
fireballs can fit in this room?
One would fill the room.
Just do it 5 times.
I asked how big the room was before I cast it, though.
I didn't
Yeah,
ask
but do
how
it
big
5
the room
times.
was. I said
Fill
I
them all.
cast fireball.
I didn't ask how big the room was.
But I
I said
did
I
ask.
walked forward at a normal pace.
I said I.
So is this room like completely overrun with webs then?
No, you just see
skeleton?
you just see there's some bones on the ground.
Wasn't sure if we were talking like that first
And
dungeon,
because he's the first one through.
Skyrim, where it's like all webs in that.
No. You see some bones on the ground, and
You
you
have to
see
cut through the webs.
you see just a couple web strands coming down from like here to here. But again, the room is oddly shaped. There's stalactites,
Is
stalagmites.
there another exit path situation?
You're not entirely sure because the
Let
way
me
the
know
room is,
when
but
we
you
get
think
into the room.
I would like
you
to
assume.
walk towards and exit.
So you're gonna walk through the room.
Probably. I mean, I don't see why we'd
So
stop.
did the rest of us enter the room now?
I'm asking you.
Oh, yeah,
would
no,
imagine, yeah,
as soon as
we
I
keep
see
on
this-
keeping on.
As soon as I see the spider webs, I'm going to look carefully around the room.
I was going to start snacking because Gold's been in here a long time and hasn't eaten, so he's just going to start snacking on some field rations.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna perception.
Ooh.
I was gonna keep on keeping on.
Never mind.
26.
10.
Okay.
I'm eating, so no perception roll for me.
All right. Hold on.
Just over here, like opening up like a field burrito.
Whoa.
Would you like me to heat it up for you?
Oh yeah, no,
Ding.
please.
Microwave it.
Fireball.
Okay.
I
Explode.
microwaved it.
So as you're
Pants are
walking
gone.
through this space, what did you have again? You said
It's in tinfoil, so yeah.
Yeah, me or Daniel?
you for their
Mine
your
Mine was
perception.
irrelevant.
26.
Okay. So
Shelob.
at this time, as you're walking through the space, I need all of you to roll initiative.
Theater.
That almost was a 3, but it wasn't.
Almost was none of the others, but it was a 24.
Just a 15 from me.
Initiato is wow, a natural 20
I could
for a 22.
Does that mean you get a
And what
surprise
did you get,
round?
Persephone?
30 20. The dirtiest of 20.
Thank God for
Dirtiest
advantage.
stuff.
The other roll was a
Nasty 20. Disgusting, filthy 20.
Okay.
Horrible, whorish 20.
100.
Well, you guys still rolled better than they did.
Yeah, stupid whatever
Yeah,
you are.
We're bigger than
The problem
spiders.
is,
I don't know it's there.
Yeah.
you don't know it's
no,
there.
that's fine.
Do you
So-
know it's there?
I don't know a damn thing.
I don't know. I rolled a really high perception.
You did, but they rolled a better stealth.
Okay.
So they have a surprise.
Stinky.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's how it goes, man.
Well, Bjorn did see the web, so could I argue?
Yeah, I mean, like, we can put 2 and 2
you,
together.
you,
Well,
you know that there's something there,
Yeah.
but you don't know where it
Could
is.
I have my
So,
weapon out?
hold
then?
Yeah, but
on.
you're still
Jason,
Yeah, it could jump
before you
surprise.
keep going here, Natural Explorer says we cannot be surprised.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
So,
Okay, so you're not
look at
surprised.
that Ranger shit coming in clutch.
There you go. You're
Look
not
at that
surprised.
Ranger, best class.
Reading is power.
You always been a ranger.
Yes.
All right, so because you can't be surprised, Leon, you're up as you notice up to your right, around the side of one of the I always get these wrong. Stalactite, I believe, is from the ceiling.
Because if you think
And-
about it,
Yep,
T
T
drops
is from the
down and
top.
M goes up.
T is from the top. M is
Yeah.
mound
Yep.
of ground, whatever.
But also, if you look at the shape of an M, it goes.
It goes like this.
Yep.
Yeah.
It goes up
Okay.
and down.
So, a stalactite up there, off to your right, kind of, you see a couple legs come around it, and then you see the mandibles of a spider appearing. And then you also see one kind of off to your left, behind, kind of in the peripheral vision, coming up around. So you notice two of them approaching, and it is your turn.
All right. So,
That's not weird.
these spiders
It's one of my old friend's girlfriends.
may have 8 legs, but the gods blessed me
With two.
with 2 hands.
And you're about to catch both of them.
Do we know how many spitters there are?
So far, we just see 2. So that in mind, I'm gonna cast Shatter on one of the spiders, aiming to hit the spider and the stalactite.
Okay.
That's gonna be a Con 18 saving throw.
Okay.
Whoops, we rolled a 1 on our authentication
Oh,
check.
whoop.
So can
Thank
you
you,
not
buddy.
do that, D&D Beyond?
All right. So,
Did you say that the spiders are grouped up right now, by the way?
no.
No?
There's
They're all
one
separate.
over there and one over there.
What level
Okay,
are
there's only
we?
2. Okay.
13.
That's
Yeah.
what you
That
saw.
you know of.
Yep, so that'll be...
The DM will adjust this encounter
Alright, so,
appropriately.
yeah, as I said, DC 18 Con, I'll just roll on
Yep.
there
for a total of
I don't know. You just kept going.
33 on a fail or half on success. Both
what
with
type of damage?
thunder.
Okay.
And I do believe
Thunder.
here it says, wait,
And you said 33?
yep, and a non-magical object that isn't being worn or carried also takes the damage if it's in the spell's area.
Yep. So, around there, and it's a 10-foot radius, right?
Let me check, sorry. Shatatter. 10-foot radius sphere, centered
Okay.
on that point, yep.
Did I hear you say shitatter?
He
Shatatter.
did say shatatter. He tattered his pants. Okay.
Whoa.
So,
Not cool.
so,
I thought it was pretty cool.
so the in that area, as you unleash that spell, the spider and the stalactite fall to the ground because it breaks off
That's
the,
not cool.
as well as a whole bunch of smaller ones and stuff in that area.
10,000
And,
spiders.
and because it's 10-foot radius, it's actually a decent sized space. You almost misjudge it. It comes very close to you. This isn't that big of a space.
Yeah.
So it comes very close to where you guys are, but it's just outside of getting you. But a lot of the stalagmites too on the ground that are kind of in the range, those break off and it kind of opens up the space a little bit over that way.
Yeah.
But there's now a lot of dust and debris of rock dust in the air, and it's making it a little bit difficult to see in that direction.
Right.
Yeah,
And I'm also kind of hoping spider gets hit by it, spider falls, bunch of rubble also smacks the shit of the spider.
He hasn't told you the worst part yet. Shatter ruptured the egg sac that was on its back. At 457
Okay, so that was your action. You still have bonus action.
baby
no,
spiders
I don't.
roll out
Okay.
of there. Jump straight
Bjorn.
on you.
It is your turn. You did see one kind of in that direction, kind of forward and to the right a little bit. But when that shatter goes off with that rock dust in the way, you can't quite see. You know there's one over there, but you can't quite see exactly where it's at. There is one kind of off to the left a little bit that you see kind of starting to come around some of the rock formations there.
All right. Well, there's one on the ground next to me then, though.
Well,
Right.
it's coming. It's
He just knocked it down, didn't he?
It's up that way, and you can't quite see where it is. You could go that way and try to get to it.
Okay. I'm gonna go that way and try to get to it.
Okay. So give me a perception check.
Deal. 19.
Okay. You're able to kind of run over to that area and find and like, yeah, okay. I was right in my thinking this is where it's at, so you are now up on it. It is there.
All right. Now I guess I would have raged beforehand. I had pent up anger from not being able to fight the dragon.
Okay.
So immediately he's like, runs in and takes 2 swings at
You got it.
the spider.
Would it
Recklessly.
not have like advantage because the thing would have fallen prone?
Didn't fall.
Spiders notoriously land on their feet.
Well,
They're like kitties, man.
I'm recklessly.
They
anyway.
got enough legs.
It
So
says
I
he's
have
got
some
advantage anyway because he's
Yeah.
reckless attacking.
So let's do the first swing. I'm gonna do it on here. I'm sure a 25 hits, but I'll fish for the crit. Oh my god, I got it.
Let's go.
That's very nice.
Don't forget your brutal critical
Yeah, I'm not forgetting. I have a
and your rage damage. Yeah.
Mhm, don't forget any of that.
Yeah, plus what?
So I'll
4
go
right
ahead
now
and
for each?
roll the initial hit, which was butt cheeks, but 17 slashing plus. Is that 4d6 lightning then on that first hit?
It would
Yeah,
be.
It
It's a
doubles.
crit, so double the dice.
So how much on the slashing is?
17 slashing, I believe I said.
Yep.
Let me find
Okay.
one more. D6 arena. And then I actually have another thing that I forgot from this weapon. Whenever I roll a natural 20, I can deal 5 lightning damage to any target within 5 feet.
You just want to hit the same spider with it.
Yes. Wow. A 6, a 6, a 5, and a 2. So
Ooh.
17, 19 lightning damage,
Nice.
and then another 5 lightning. And then that's the first swing.
Do it again.
Another 20. All
Do
right,
it again, but I'll do it again.
24 is the first hit.
Yeah, that hits.
I was 1 shy of another natural 20. 30 on the second hit, so I will roll.
You know, maybe we would have been fine fighting the dragon.
Trying to tell you guys.
Look, just because we can dish out damage does not mean we can.
16
Oh
slashing,
no, we are a very frail
Okay.
party. There's no discussion about
4
that.
lightning.
Okay.
But I
and
think Jason is smart enough to have like
he will make a
pulled
dex
punches
save of
because Oscar
18.
wasn't here.
Halloween.
You
Okay.
wanted us
That's my
to
bonus action.
get
and
past
And
the
I
spider
just
that
want
bad?
something called like
And-
half if he passed.
Deniskar, Scourge of Worlds, to not be like Deniskar minor
All
news.
right.
That's the turn. How's he looking after that? That was
Well,
quite
to
the
be fair,
barrage
last
of
demon we fought
damage.
killed you, so
He looks a little bit beat up.
Mildly.
The DM's like plus,
Only
plus, plus
because
on the
I
number of
fucking
enemies in this
resurrected
account.
Yeah, but that was a major asshole.
it was.
Persephone,
You should have died.
Your
See
turn.
a spider?
you see
can range
a
it.
spider. You see the one up to the left.
That's the one I'll hit.
Okay.
Eldritch blast him in the face.
You got it.
That's a plus 11. That's a 29.
Yeah,
a
that'll hit.
20 and a 21.
All 3 hit.
Cool.
Wow.
I hit the fuck out of this guy.
Okay.
With a D10. That is it just a flat or is there?
Start a petition to make great axes crit on 19.
Yeah. So that's a
Okay,
3,
great
a
weapon,
2, and a
master.
5.
Okay.
Just take 5
So that's
3
10.
rolls and find it.
Yes.
Just get the fee.
All right.
I don't think it's part of that feat. I could be wrong.
Anything else?
I think you can get the feat
no,
that does the same
that's
thing.
my
I
action.
think the feat
Okay.
only lets you reroll once.
Gold.
Well, actually, what's the lighting like in here?
It is no light unless you cast light.
He has like
The gold notoriously has no qualms or
I'm gonna
qualms
look
at all
into
with
it,
spiders.
but I may or may not bonus
I'm not
action
helping
my
him
swords
fight.
into play. I'll get back to you on that.
Okay.
That's right. Is there still
But-
light on me?
If
You're
you have no
good to move-
comms, you understand it's
I mean,
survival of
that's
the
up
fittest
to you.
before.
Have you been
It's just
continually
Persephone.
casting light on him or not?
Yeah, we're
No,
superior.
I
They
get
don't need to be
advantage
fighting
if I'm
us.
attacking and.
I'm
That's their
just
problem with
asking.
you.
Have-
They are
if you
not
have-
attacking.
Is light
We're
still
good.
on me?
Yeah, oh, I mean, in
Okay.
theory, yeah.
If
Sorry,
it
I had
is,
no range
then
option. Why would I get
there's
close
light in
to
the space
You
because
have no ranged option.
I gave away
not
my only
that
bow.
big of a space.
That was your only bow?
Yes.
But I can drop it.
All right.
Yeah, if you want to drop it. You all have dark vision, so technically, you know.
I'm doing nothing.
Okay.
Gold has no problem with the spiders. They're just attacking them, not me.
So, being that you are right there, that one spider gets up. Okay, and
Oh, he was prone?
well, no, I mean like you've been smacking him, but
Oh, yeah, no.
he goes. Eh, eh. All
Wah!
right, let's see here.
I will not Shadow Blade.
These spiders
Okay.
did look like
So-
they were like looking to jump us, right?
They're
As
spiders.
far as you could tell.
Ambush
So,
predators.
this one, that is a and you're reckless, so
Yep.
crit fishing.
Fish for the crit.
Yeah, crit fishing, but
Bit Christian.
didn't need to. Still a 26 to hit.
That misses, unfortunately. I'm sorry.
Yeah. It was too hot. It was too hot.
You beat my AC by over 5, so
Yeah.
it's too hard.
All right. So that is 23 piercing damage.
Jesus Christ. Reduced to, I'll let you round up. again.
That would be 11, reduced to 11. And I need a Constitution
Con
save.
full, saw
yeah.
that. Let's see.
It's not that bad though.
I have a plus 11, which means I'm going to roll a
Yeah,
natural
it's not
1.
that bad.
Oh my god, it was almost a natural 1. It tipped to a 13 at the last second. 24.
You're fine then. So you only take 6 points, and that's poison damage. That's already the half.
All right.
So, all right, and you're not poisoned. It's just poison damage. All right, and then the next part is a 25 to hit.
Sorry, I beat my AC by
as
over
it
5 again.
its spinnerets on its abdomen
Nah, I don't like
point
that.
towards you
No, stop
and
that.
shoot webs out towards you.
If you say dex,
You are now restrained by
What? There's no
invisible
save?
weapon. No, hold on. While you are restrained, you are now invisible.
Eh?
Now, on your turn as an action, you can attempt to break free.
You can hear me say.
All right.
That's funny.
Since you blasted the other boy, it comes running at you.
Let's get them, boys.
Fair.
And yeah, that's
Yeah, you could probably hit me.
26 to hit.
Yeah.
Do I?
The second attack, though, 11 does not hit it, I assume.
That's
Yeah,
right.
so it actually misses with that second thing. But it still hit with the first one, which means you are going to take 17 points of
Well,
piercing
that's
damage.
way more than I did to him.
Mhm. And I need a constitution save.
Well, at least I'm good at those. She says.
Wow.
Nat one.
It was
Wet
almost
none.
that way
Wet
from me.
none.
That's.
Oh,
There's a
dear
4
Lord.
on the die, but I have a +9, so that's a 13.
So that's a fail.
Cool.
So
I have
you
a
will
feeling
take
15
14
is the
points of
DC.
poison damage.
Yikes.
Again, it's not poisoned, it's just damage.
14.
Yeah, 14
Come
points of
Alright,
poison.
now I'm like actually mad.
Okay. That is it for their turn. Leon, it is your turn.
So like, what's the situation? in front
Spiders
of me?
are assholes.
There's Spider over by Bjorn, and it looks like it's hurt a little bit. And then there's now Spider next to Persephone that is still in pretty damn good shape, and it just
I suppose I should probably go and attack the one that's attacking Persephone because she's squishy.
Oh,
okay,
can I
Squidward.
almost rebuke him?
Still
Technically, you can. It's your reaction when he attacks. So,
Oh no, he's squishy.
so is that a save throw? What is that?
It's a
Just a
good
match of the
question.
spiders
It's a
in
deck
their
save.
underwear.
Dex save?
Oh
DC
no, they're
18.
hot.
Jason, what
Just underwear model.
language
Okay.
do spiders speak?
I
Pass.
call it
Be
Low
fast.
armor class.
Yeah, that dex is what they're good at.
What
Yes,
belongs
fair.
to the trash?
It takes
I will need you
Hold
to
on.
roll. This would
half
be
as
a
much on a successful.
this
So
would be a
he's
nature check.
Kind of is your turn.
still
What's
taking
going on?
half. So he takes
I'm confusion.
This happens a lot.
18 divided by 2 is 9, so he takes 9
Oh,
what
you
kind of
hellish
damage?
rebuke.
fire.
24.
What are you rolling for?
Nature.
24. Okay, so you think that they speak
You having a
Undercommon,
nice turn, sir?
or at least they understand.
Yes.
Undercommon?
Thunder Almond.
They understand.
Okay.
They don't
I
actually
don't like
speak,
the way that's
but they understand Undercommon.
Okay.
these spider. Oh no, hang on.
They're lulled.
I was gonna ask you how scary these spiders look. They don't look like driders, do they?
Oh no.
Okay.
We've been fighting like way superior spiders this whole time.
No.
When's it my turn in the initiative?
Not yet.
Not now.
Well, I figured, but
You are last out of your group,
naturally, yes.
but the spiders are slower than all of you.
They're tarantulas.
Leon,
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm gonna go up to the one that's attacking Persephone, and I'm gonna cast 5th level Branding Smite,
okay,
and I'm gonna smack that bitch.
Like a
nice.
branding iron.
That's what I do.
And I'm gonna kill him.
Does a 15 hit?
It does.
Oh, yay.
Barely.
These
Okay.
fat ass fucking spiders. Low AC, having no initiative, having ass.
It's gonna be 13, and then 2.
You said this room too tiny for a fireball?
All right,
And
13.
you have a
Sure,
card
it's my
notification.
Not too tiny for
please.
fireball. It's literally just.
But like, it would hit all of us.
Yes.
Okay.
You're fine, buddy. I'm just explaining.
I've been waiting for 2 minutes
What?
to.
You're fine. Just
my
do your
turn.
thing. Do your thing.
That's the
13
same one.
piercing
Okay.
and 23 radiant.
Nice.
We
And, I
had
was,
another support
and I
notification.
forgot. I'm also adding defensive
I guess
flourish,
not.
so that would be
I
an
don't
additional in the tray, please.
Jumped.
2 points of piercing damage, and my AC becomes 18.
Whoa.
And then I'll do my second attack.
All right. Yeah, that didn't like that.
25 to
I
hit,
added
That
the
hits.
notification on the app.
and a total of 14 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
All right, that's my turn.
All right. You're right up there. Actually, no, that was the one on
I went up to
Persephone,
the
and
Persephone
you
one, yeah.
roll perception checks
Okay,
on that guy.
That's a 13.
that's a
Not me?
16.
No, because you're on the other one.
16.
Okay. And where'd you get perception?
13.
Okay. You notice, Leon, that that radiant damage,
Mhm.
it didn't like it.
did 40.
But everything else, it didn't do as much as you expected.
Okay.
But it seemed like the radiant did what you would expect it to.
Radiant seems to be the weakness.
And 2 radiant.
And I shall continue to hit it with Shimlo's divine lightning.
All right,
You do
so
you.
that's Leon's turn.
You're
Bjorn,
also invisible.
you are invisible, so you guys don't see him.
Yeah.
You just like, where'd he fucking go?
Where'd he go, guys?
I'm not stuck to you. You're
You're
stuck to me.
So, like I said, you can use an action to attempt to break free.
The
If-
spider is attached to me via web right now, correct?
No,
Oh, cool.
the web is attached to you. It's not like the spider is stuck to you and can't get away.
What did it like
it-
shoot my leg or something? I'm just
No, like it shot a bunch of web at you and you're now stuck in a fucking web.
Can I still swing at it?
Yeah.
Then I'm going to.
But
The
no,
spider's
you
still
are
within
you
get
are
fucked
restrained.
range.
So your attack rolls are at disadvantage.
Boo!
So if you reckless, then it's just a straight roll.
I'm probably gonna reckless then. All right, well, one roll. Let's see. Actions. Zips up. Zoopity bop. Does a 15 hit? We established that it does.
It does. Just hits.
Just barely.
Just barely hits.
So we're gonna do a nice, cool 15 slashing
Okay.
and an electric.
All right.
Electric.
Boogie woogie woogie.
That's right. I did say that line. That's canon. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
and then the second hit will be a 15 again. Jesus Christ.
It works.
Cutting it close.
That hits.
Cutting it awfully close there,
Yeah.
D&D Beyond.
Damn.
How about a max damage roll for once, please? 16 slashing
Okay.
and
Which
booty.
damage I want
4
to do.
electric.
Okay.
Probably not.
Go ahead and roll
acid.
perception.
I would imagine fire.
Perception?
Or psychic spiders.
Wow.
I had my thoughts.
23.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like the damage you're doing is all going through, but I mean you're hurting it.
That just
but
means it needs more lightning.
Yeah, exactly.
Buddy, that's the only
that
takeaway
that
here.
is. All right.
He's going to make it a 18 deck save, or else he's going to take another
He
4 damage.
wow, he actually failed.
Well, I didn't roll particularly good, so he's only taking 4.
And is that your turn?
Oh, wait, hang on. I take that back. Take away that 4 damage.
Okay.
I'm going to shift. I forgot that's a bonus action.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Percy. Your turn.
Fireball.
No, it'll hit all of us. The only reason I didn't. But I am going to chromatic orb his face.
Okay.
17 plus 11.
Yeah, that hit.
Cool. I'm gonna hit him for a shit ton because I'm upcasting this shit to 5th level.
All right. Very nice.
That is 78.
Ouch.
Mad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh,
How many
fucking
dice
Christ.
Which dice do you need?
I know, I'm good.
Go for it.
She's got him.
A lot.
12, 18, 20, 2, 24, 26.
26 fire.
Ouch.
I was mad.
Okay.
And then I would like to
Crack on
back
toe.
up a little bit unless it provokes, then I will not do that.
It would.
Then I will stay right the fuck here.
Okay.
You'll stay within its
Gold.
target square. I'm going to cast comprehend languages on myself,
Okay.
and
I'm
I'm.
trying to talk to this
Yeah,
thing.
stop
They're
trying to
clearly-
negotiate with
I have a new spell. I'm gonna fucking use it.
terrorists. The spider terrorists.
So I'm going to speak in a booming voice in this cavern in Undercommon, assuming in my mind that spiders will speak it, and I'll say something along the lines of Ishkanatha, well, some Undercommon bullshit, saying, "Retreat now. We only seek safe passage. You attacked us,
That is blatantly
or you
false.
will die in this cave."
Roll intimidation.
Can I roll it at advantage because I use a spell?
No.
How does a 5 sound? Natural 1.
Yay.
Not great. I'm gonna keep it real
Nope.
with you, Chief.
Not too great.
The fuck did the snipe ears just say?
Anything else?
Let's get into that.
I'm gonna stay cool in the mouth of the cave, not attacking.
Okay.
If I need to step out, I will.
All right.
They actually phoned their friends
Bjorn,
to
this
keep them
one, the one that's on you, is going after you again.
I now have 19 AC, so
Okay,
keep
well
in
that
mind.
first attack missed,
Whoa,
and so did the second attack because I just rolled shit.
it's because I'm invisible.
It doesn't care about that.
I know. I was just explaining why.
Listen, you're John Cena right
Um,
now. They can't see you. You're
okay.
evil. Let's go.
However, on Persephone, that's a 19 to hit,
Yeah, that'll do it.
and the second one, oh,
one AC
again,
saved.
natural one, fucking misses again on that second one.
Good.
He bites his lip and poisons himself.
But you do take 24 points of piercing, and I need another con save.
It's a wangy.
13 plus
It's very good.
13 plus 9 is
Okay.
21.
So you pass.
Good enough.
So you take half of 17, so you only take 8 points of poison.
Okay, you were next to me, yeah, Leon?
Hey.
I'm not fucking doing great.
These spiders are really fucking me up, bro.
Sounds like a lot of not my fault.
I'm just in.
Gold
It
is
is your
thinking,
turn.
what
What you
would that
choose to
dragon
do on
have
that is
done?
on
Yeah, your
you.
turn.
This is an ish you, not an
I
ish me,
am not
sweetie.
doing
I don't know. Someone in this may or may not have been a little rude to me.
If you don't want to heal me, you're totally within your rights to not heal me.
I totally get it, bro.
Bro, mad respect.
Oh no, bro.
You're super real for that.
You know who else does radiant damage?
You know who else is captured in a web?
Bjorn. Hey, I'm gonna cast 6th level Branding Smite.
On Persephone.
Yeah. What did you think?
Finish her.
Daniel,
Spider won't kill you.
inspiration.
Alright, that's gonna be a 24 to hit.
That definitely hits.
Okay. And that will do.
I guess I'm driving tonight.
13 points of piercing.
Mm-hmm.
My AC becomes 17 because I rolled a fucking 1.
Becomes
Uh,
17.
What are you? Yeah, it's 16.
Oh, okay. Oh, I thought yours was like. I don't
No.
know why I thought it was 18.
Bro, my AC so
It's because
bad.
his AC average across the whole campaign's probably 18.
Okay.
How many times has it been 21, 22?
And for radiant damage, it's going to
That's too high
be
of a number.
30.
Ouch.
That spider's fucked
It did
up.
not like that.
Good.
The fact
Maybe
that
attack
this
him.
spider is still standing is
Well, I do have a
Incredible.
second attack.
How big are these spiders, by the way?
I assume giant.
Spider
I
size.
gotta assume 14
So I got-
doesn't hit.
Large.
Then I just
They're
squish it and
large.
we're
They're
called.
large.
We're done.
What do you roll?
I'm gonna assume 14 doesn't hit since 15 just barely
14
hit.
does not hit.
Unfortunate. Well, that's action.
Dude, just
No.
get +1. It's that simple.
You would think. Yeah, that's the end of my turn.
Okay. Bjorn.
All right. I'm going to keep whacking away at the spider.
Okay.
Meanwhile, goal isn't getting
Remember, it
involved.
was a straight roll for you if you're doing reckless.
I am
Otherwise, it's
reckless.
okay, so it's straight roll.
As always, please don't cut it close. All right, now we're talking 26.
That hits.
That first hit. Oh my god, finally, max. 21 slashing.
Wow.
Okay.
And. Whoops. That's one. That actually ended up being pretty good, but the second one was not. 8 lightning.
Okay.
Second hit. It's almost a nat 20. You got so lucky. 27 or 28 damage. Well,
Okay.
no, I'm sorry. 25 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
And then. Ooh, almost max. 20 slashing.
Okay.
God damn. 3 lightning. 2d6s.
Okay.
2d6s.
All right. And is that all?
Deck save of 18. I'm going to overpower
Actually
his
failed.
lightning resistance
Actually failed
with
again.
8 more lightning.
All right. Persephone.
How is this spider looking?
He's
How's
pretty fucked
mine
up.
looking?
They're both looking pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
You're an admirable combatant, spider.
I'm gonna chromatic orb him again, just a lower level.
Okay.
That's 17 to
That
hit.
hits.
That's
For a stupid insect.
3 this time.
Gold is going to whisper from the mainway or from the entryway.
19.
Technically, spiders aren't
Spider.
insects, they're
You can't
arachnids.
see me. I'm
Yeah, he's invisible.
Sweaty.
He's indivisible with liberty
Since when are you invisible?
and justice for all.
Anything else?
Since I got sprayed with magic
Bonus
spider web.
action, cry.
Okay.
Do
Gold.
with that information whatever you will.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and draw shade and in Undercommon say to the spiders, "You didn't retreat, so death is your choice." I'm going to walk to the nearest spider. Bonus action. I'm gonna use my Horizon Walker attacker feature,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going
What,
to
your
attack
bow?
the nearest spider.
Okay.
What?
That is then going to end up being the one by Bjorn.
Then I'm going to walk up to the one by Bjorn, and I'm going to start by making 2 attacks.
Okay, go for it.
Can he use one of his attacks to attack the webbing on me?
Could
To then get his third attack on the enemy with his Horizon Walker
he
feature?
could if he
I
wants.
have to be targeting multiple combatants, remember?
That's why I said, can you
Is a
attack
web not
The
a
web
web?
is not
A
considered
web
a
is not a
combatant.
combatant.
Damn it!
But he also,
You
I'm not sure
However,
you could see the web. Yeah.
You
Alright,
are
Oh
so-
yeah, is the web invisible? Or is it just me
Just
invisible
you.
in it? Oh, so that's just webbing around me.
So I may be cleaving through you to hit the spider.
You
Just
can
saying.
definitely see where I am, you piece of shit. You can see the
No,
web
no,
wrapped
I'm
around.
throwing
That's
rock
alright.
at you for 8 more
So-
damage.
So 27 to hit on the first attack.
that hits.
It wouldn't be so bad if he didn't do all force.
And Jesus Christ, that's a 29 on the second attack.
Yeah, that hits too.
Jen, can I have one of your D8s?
You didn't come attack my spider.
Well, fine.
So you rolled that anyway.
5 plus 6. Alright, 11 damage on the first
Sorry,
one.
Bjorn, this is the only way I have
I-
to attack straight
I
through.
rolled-
Force damage or
No, you
Force,
fucking
yeah.
don't.
The only way.
13 damage on the second one.
okay. Also force.
Yep.
Okay, and that one goes down.
You're doing a force.
Kill Stealer!
Gold's aura farming, okay?
You're doing a force damage. with your
I
sword.
can respect that.
Have you not
Yeah.
listened to my
You've
character
been
the
playing
whole
with your
campaign?
bow. I haven't
He
seen you
just
use a
gave
melee
his
weapon in
bow.
so long.
He just gave his
I didn't
bow
know
to
your
a
melee
dragon.
weapon did force.
It's not the weapon, I do force. I could punch and still do force damage.
Oh.
Yeah,
I could
that's his
slap you with
Horizon
my
Walker
cock
feature.
and deal force damage.
Oh.
Do it. Slap the
All right.
spider.
is that it?
How much movement do I still have?
None.
Some. I don't know.
Can I walk towards the second spider?
Technically, yeah.
I'm going to say in Undercommon as I walk towards that next spider, your ally is dead. Retreat now or pay the toll.
Intimidation check.
Remember detersion.
Well, I'm killing that fucking spider whether he retreats or not.
Ruddered at a 7.
Okay.
Gold is not intimidating, but boy does he follow up.
It is its turn.
Hi, it.
Both of you. Actually, there's
You
three
could've
of you.
done more
There's
damage.
three of you next. There's three of you next to it now.
That's who I am.
Pay
That's
the
what I do.
toll.
I haven't been doing radiant damage to him though.
Hmm?
I said I haven't been doing radiant damage
No.
to him though.
No. All three of you can attempt an attack of opportunity.
Oh,
Happily.
I love those.
You know,
all three of you are next to it.
I gave it the opportunity to run.
Oh.
I am not so petty. I will sheathe my sword in response to me seeing it flee.
I have to attack of opportunity with a
I'll
weapon.
speak
How does I'm so
Do you
used to
have
casting
Do you have
spells.
Not that
Warcaster?
it fucking matters when I roll a
Probably. I believe so. I don't see why I
Were,
wouldn't.
were you
have
in
that.
the WWE at the time?
I really
wish
don't
I
see why I wouldn't. I think I took
To
it.
see the-
I don't know where my feet
wanted
are.
me.
You do not.
What?
Gladiator.
You have not
Coliseum.
taken that feat.
That's stupid of me.
Batista.
So you would have to use
Thumbs
a
up,
physical
thumbs
weapon.
Do I have one? Sure I
You
do.
have a quarterstaff.
Batista was a bad.
I hit him with that.
I love Batista so much.
Where,
So you
where's
attempt to
my
hit that.
Dave
quarterstaff?
Batista,
Oh, I'm trying to find my
Dominant.
stats.
It's under your
Okay.
actions. You have a
Oh,
plus
legend.
5 to hit.
Quarterstaff.
Modesty.
I'm in the wrong page.
Oh,
There we go. I will do that.
Do you wanna,
7 plus 5.
I missed.
Always
still
rises.
That misses.
I missed.
You missed as well. Okay.
Too sweet to be sour.
So it runs straight away from you guys
Hear the Flintstones running sound effect.
and goes through the wall.
Oh, okay.
Eh,
Yeah, I mean, if that's
And
what
it's
you want to
gone.
do, that's your choice.
it's a phase spider.
Or the
Oh.
wall's an illusion.
Ghost walk spider.
Like, I can't judge
I've
them
seen
for
this
that.
11 times before in Baldur's
I
Gate
probably
3.
would do that too if I could walk through walls.
Mhm. Yeah, no, it was
I'm
down
out to
very
speed.
low in hit points. It was running away regardless of what you said.
That's all right. That's a victory for gold.
Yeah. So the cartoon menace is no more. You are out of initiative.
What happened?
And yeah, you rip it off. It just takes you a moment or two. You are no
Oh.
longer invisible.
Bjorn, you're still there.
Where did the other one go?
I narrowly thought you were defeated.
He just glares at me. As if these puny spiders.
You see a
Could
big
defeat me.
fucking grin on my face as I say that.
Does anyone have any more rocks?
I look around. Are we not surrounded by rocks?
There's plenty of rocks,
You're
especially
gonna
since
pick
you
any off
shattered
the
a bunch
ground.
of fucking stalactites and stalagmites. There's rocks. Yeah,
No, it was just a shitty.
you can
Regardless,
throw them, you know.
I would love it if we would get the fuck out of this cave.
Well, that's what I thought we were trying to do, and then we got hit by spiders.
No, you all tried to fight spiders.
Because spiders started it.
You
They
saw
were
that
definitely looking to jump us. They were just really slow for whatever reason.
they can move through walls. I'm pretty sure if they didn't want to fight, they would have been gone.
That's a very good point.
Hence why when I engaged, they left.
Well, the second one.
Oh, well, I had to prove my point with the first
I
one.
know I was away for a
You
bit,
did
but when
hardly-
did he get just annoyingly cocky?
Him or me?
Him.
I don't fucking know. I thought I've been like averagely cocky, but yeah,
Well, I expected of you.
I've
This
been more.
is new behavior from Cole.
I've been more matter of factly, to be honest. Did I
was the
give
one,
up my
like,
cock to you?
Shit talking
I've simply been
the shadow fire
talking
dragon.
back this
Yeah,
whole
but
time.
that was to be
Have I given all of
Yeah.
my cock to him?
Probably.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
I think D would kill
Alright,
me if you had given me all of
Percy
your
leaves.
cock.
No,
Sorry,
Big
Leon,
yikes.
but I don't swing that way.
Oh boy.
Yes, you do.
That
That's
is a
right.
blatantly false
As
claim.
much as I don't want to,
As much
that
as-
made me laugh so much, I have to give you inspiration.
Listen, as much as I don't want to credit previous encounters here, did I not say that you cannot undo butt sex with that goddamn goblin?
I
This
don't
is
want to talk about
true.
the city.
Very
For,
true.
this is very.
Very well, ignore it and accept that I have proven myself well enough to be boisterous, and we will move
No,
on.
no.
I had
We
no
will find
qualms
you in
with
the
your-
produce aisle.
All right.
Tell me to
so,
go to the produce aisle?
I said we would find you there, you fucking fruit.
God damn!
That's got enough. Oh. Oh my god.
Man, I
Okay.
walked into that so
Yeah.
hard.
I laughed so hard I got dizzy for a second.
All right. You know what? On that note,
That was very.
we are going to end here for
We're
tonight.
gonna end on that?
We're going to end on that.
Fucking Christ.
So
I
thank,
gave up a legendary item for this.
so thank you, everybody.
Your legendary item.
I
Still
hope you
give it up.
enjoyed. I know I had a good time.
Yeah.
I hope you guys had a good time.
That was very funny.
Eh?
And we will see you next week,
Eh?
May 6th, Tuesday, May 6th at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Atavar Ascension, episode 88. See you then, everybody.
Yeah.
Bye.
Goodbye.
That was incredibly funny.
At Totally Online Gaming Group, we're more than just a brand. We're all part of a greater community. And as much as we love creating content that you all enjoy, we cannot do that without your support. Every purchase you make goes beyond just owning a product. It supports us in our endeavors to grow and eventually go full-time so that we can dedicate ourselves to creating even more of the content you love. With our exclusive range of merchandise, from stickers to cell phone covers, mouse pads, and mugs, and of course, a wide variety of t-shirts. You can show your support proudly wherever you go. Just hop on over to www.toggdm.com and click on the Visit Store link to see and get your own official Totally Online Gaming Group merchandise. But it's not just about the merchandise. You can show your support in other ways too. Following our channel, subscribing, or visiting our official website, www.toggroleplay.com, and sharing it with your friends. We hope you'll continue to join us for our adventures and become part of the Totally Online Gaming Group family today.